think it's all good to go. All right, guys. How is everybody doing today on Taco Bell Tuesday, August 11th? It is so good to be back. Sorry for those of y'all that I told I was starting around 8. Some stuff came up and I had to go do some laundry, things like that. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to start around 8, but here we are, better late than never. What's up, Benji? Good to see you, brother. But yeah, guys, I'm super excited for today because today we're not just sitting here yapping. We're getting into the meat and potatoes, the part of this game that I love, and that is building out a leader. A couple things before we start. First off, let me know if the music in the background is too loud or if my mic is too quiet, anything like that, and I can try and adjust it. And then also, real quick, before we hop into the stream, if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing because it helps me out a ton. And if you hit the notification bell after you do, it lets you know anytime that I have new live streams or posts or videos, anything like that, so that you guys can stay up to date and see what all we've got going on over here. It has been pretty quiet other than the streams for the past like week or two, but I am going to be getting out a couple more videos here going. I just had a lot of things I had to catch up on personally, but we are pretty much back in business, so to speak. If you guys like this stream or streams like this, stuff like that, drop a like down below so that I know about it. You can hit that curved arrow to share this with your friends and family or anybody like that. Let them know what's going on. You can also leave a chat right now like Benji did while we are live so that you can talk to me and we can brainstorm ideas, things like that. Or you can leave a comment after we're done being live or on any of my videos or posts, and I will get back to you as best I can. But yeah, guys, I am super stoked to be doing today's episode. I'm not even gonna let's just get into it, guys. So for those of you who were here for last Taco Bell Tuesday, you might already know what's up, and also if you read the thumbnail, first off, thanks for reading that in the description, because I do actually put time into making those, so it's cool that you guys actually check those out. But today we're gonna be looking at a deck build that I've done 1 or 2 times with this leader and a couple others, but it is the purple yellow Nico Robin. Let's see if I even have it on here. Awesome, I don't, so we can start from scratch. So for those of you guys that don't know who purple yellow Nico Robin is, she came out in OP09, one of my favorite sets of all time, and she is a 5,000 power 4-life red and yellow Straw Hat Crew type leader. She has Banish, only leader in the game to have Banish, and then on top of that, when attacking, you can trash any card with the trigger from your hand to add a Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as rested. So basically you just get to ramp by trashing a card every single time she swings, and also every time you swing, your opponent is losing that life permanently with no trigger should they not be able to counter out. So actually, a lot of people tried to build this kind of aggro, I believe, when it first came out because she didn't have a ton of support in set for yellow. But now that she's been out for a while, we've been getting more Straw Hat stuff. There's been a lot more options that have been made available to her. And a lot of people started to realize that because she has Banish, which is by nature denying resources, she's actually more of a control deck. And so a lot of people, when they play against her, are expecting things like a lot of Gum Giants and heal options with all the Straw Hat tools that they have to stall the game out. But what we're doing today is we're trying to play, not even just because it's this leader, though I think this is probably the best leader to do this with. It's actually because of this other card right here that I'm going to look up. And this is one of my favorite cards of all time for purple. And that is going to be 10 cost Kaido and Linlin. So for those of you who don't know what this leader does, it's an incredibly powerful leader. What this character does, it is a 10 cost 12,000 power, 4 Emperors, Animal Kingdom, and Big Mom Pirates type character that says when attacking you can go -10 Dawn to KO all other characters. Then you put up to 1 card from the top of your deck to the top of your life and trash 1 card from the top of your opponent's life. So very strong when attacking, but also a heavy toll, right, of losing your entire Dawn, right? You lose all of your Dawn. So this leader was very this character, I keep saying leader, this character was very interesting when it came out back all the way in OP08 because there was nothing that really went in. Like, you could run it in Purple Black King, but it didn't really do anything. But there's been a lot of purple cards released, especially in these 2 Animal Kingdom and Big Mom Pirates archetypes that really, I think, can help support a card like this. Now, unfortunately, in OP17, thanks for the hearts, chat. Unfortunately, in OP17, there have been a couple of leaders and things like that that can really lock this card down and prevent it from swinging. And so the way that we're trying to combat this is, because the two main leaders that can really stop this from swinging every single time are going to be green Shanks. You did think about trying this, Benji? Yeah, it's something that I've tried before and I really like. So, but this the leaders that can stop this in OP17 are unfortunately very popular ones, and it's going to be green Shanks and blue Rocks, right? So green Shanks specifically, let's just go ahead and punch it in here. Green Shanks can stop it thanks to his leader effect. So we'll go ahead and pull that up right now. So Green Shanks' leader effect, for those that don't know, is you can trash a card from your hand or rest at dawn, and up to one of your opponent's rested characters will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. Now, you might be thinking, how does this stop the Kaido Linlin? Don't we have to swing with it before they can keep it frozen? Well, normally, yes, but unfortunately, there is a new 10-cost Shanks. Yeah, Shanks, that's why you didn't add it. Well, there's a new 10-cost Shanks, right, that is Rush, 10-cost 12k, on play, set up to 2 of your Dawn is active, and then rest all of your opponent's characters, which is absolutely insane because you can go this, restand your 2 Dawn, have the Dawn up to stop the Kaido and Linlin from swinging out. And then the reason why Rocks can stop this is because Rocks has access to a card called, oh, I just typed in Rocks, I need to type in the other one, Miss Buckingham Stussy. Okay, maybe just try Stussy or Miss. Are they not in? Do I not have them? Let's just try Rocks. Okay, I don't know why the name wasn't coming up, but Miss Buckingham Stussy or Stussy, I don't know exactly how to say it, but she says, on play, up to one of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 6 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next end phase, but for 3 more Dawn cards and resting this character, you can activate main to make one of your opponent's characters without any cost restriction not be able to swing. So a very early option for Rocks to be able to play out on like a 6 Dawn turn and stop our Kaido and Linlin from swinging. Now there's a couple reasons why I still think this is worth it to try in today's stream, and that is because, one, Rocks has to spend 6 Dawn on this Stussy play, as opposed to something like, oh, I don't know, developing the most important card in their deck, this Newgate here, right, 6 cost 8k, or if they're going first, their Shiki, right, or potentially even their Big Rocks, because if they play this out to play 2 bodies, they don't have the extra Dawn to stop the Kaido Linlin. So it does force them to play 6 Dawn in 1 turn, and then we should be able to pretty reliably remove a card like Miss Buckingham Stussy just by swinging at it, right? Even though they have a ton of ways to counter in this deck, they shouldn't have enough if we just send our full board into it, as most of their things debuff leaders or characters only once for a turn. So if we make a wide board, which is something that Yellow is very good at doing, we should be able to clear the Stussy no problem. And if they keep on having to play Stussys out to stop the Kaido Linlin from working, we should be in a pretty good spot. Now, there is a the answer for Shanks, I believe. If we go back to green here, the answer for Shanks, in my opinion, is we just ramp fast, right? You just ramp faster. Now, let's go ahead and get into why I think that this deck is actually good with specifically Kaido and Linlin, as opposed to just going with the normal Straw Hat stuff or something like that, right? So, first off, I want to get into the elephant in the room, the Thriller Bark Slop. So, we're going to go ahead and slap Yellow here. These cards have been a menace since they came out in OP14 because they all have very good effects, right? With your Gecko Moria being able to heal any of your cards from trash back into your life, and then things like Perona freezing a 6-drop on play and on KO, Hogback not being able to be killed because on KO he plays a trigger body from your trash, and Kumasi, of course, being a great 2k to run because you can stack it with Moria and trigger out a body. Well, these and Robin are not only great because the engine in general is good as generic Yellow stuff, but it's good for 3 reasons. It's that, 1, it's just a great generic Yellow engine. 2, or, you know, what I mean by generic, right, chat, is it's not locked. 2, it's very good because a lot of them have on KOs. So we're not going to look at Absalom because I don't think we need that card for this deck. But Hogback and Prona specifically have very applicable on KOs, especially Hogback is going to be our special one for this deck. And then the third reason is because they're triggers, so we can actually trash them off of our Nico Robin leader to ramp in the early game, and then they want to be in trash anyways to be played out off of each other's triggers, so that's a really good option there. So these are some cards we're probably going to mess with playing, so I'm just going to put in the 4. And then this deck, luckily, is one that we don't need to run the SR Gecko Moria in, because as cool as it is to heal with this card, once we play out our Kaido and Linlin, we do not want to be killing our 8-cost 10k, really, so we'd rather play other bodies that benefit off of dying. What are some bodies like that, you might ask? Well, potentially the best card ever invented for yellow, which is going to be, our 4-cost Kiku Nojo. So this card came out in OP06, right? So it's been out for a fat minute. And Kiku Nojo is just a really, really strong card. 4-drop, 6,000 power body is a very good stat line with a trigger. If your opponent is at 3 or less life, you play it. And on KO, if your opponent has 3 or less life, you get to heal, right? This card is amazing because it has triggers, so we can trash it off leader ability to ramp. It plays out off of our life as a body if we start getting aggressive at our opponent's face. And also, if we KO it while our opponent's low enough, which they probably will be if we swing a Kaido Linlin at them, then we get to heal when we wipe our own board, because this wipes all characters. So really, really strong option here. We'll throw some of these in there for now. Excuse me. Some other great options that we can run in here is things like this Rorinora Zoro, right, which lets us trash a card from our hand and add a card from the top of our deck to the top of our life cards. This can help us survive into the late game, so I'll put a couple of those in there, but this will probably end up getting cut. It is a Straw Hat type, but we're not actually running a ton of Straw Hat searchers. Did I have any extras of Kiku? Yes, I believe I said that in chat. I'm not sure, or not in chat, but in Discord. I'm not sure how many, Benji. I think it's like 6. But it might be 2. I know it's kind of like a big ratio swap, but I'd have to double check. I still got to go through cards for like 5 people right now, so I'm a little behind. I apologize. But moving on here, another great card here is going to be the 5-cost Nami. So another great yellow staple that luckily has started to fall off in price a little bit as the meta has moved on. 5-drop, 6,000 power Straw Hat Crew character with the counter attached. On play, you give a Rested Dawn card to your leader. Then, if your opponent has 3 or more life cards, they have to add 1 to their hand, right? And this is not damage, so they cannot trigger. On KO, you can turn the top card of your life face up and play a character with 6k power less from your hand. So, just a very solid option, right? If we have these on the board, and then we play something like the Kaido and Linlin, first off, your opponent's probably not swinging into Nami, right? Because they don't want you to get the free body played out. But also, if we KO it off of Kaido and Linlin after swinging with it, we can flip the life that we heal off of the Kaido and Linlin, even if we already have a face-up life, in order to play a character from our hand, like the Zoro, like the Kiku Nojo, or any of these others. So very, very strong effect there. Moving on, there are a couple other options here just in yellow that I think are very strong. Be nice to have for Robin and Sabo. Yeah, Kiku's definitely needed in Sabo, by the way. It's like one of the best 3 or 4 ofs in the deck. I think I have it at 3 right now, and I'm probably going to bump it back up. Another card that I think, unfortunately, as much as I want to say it isn't, is mandatory, is Borsalino, right? It's a 5-cost, 6,000 power blocker that has 1,000 counter, and on play, if you have 2 or less life cards, you get to heal. Just a phenomenal card and a great way for us to extend into the late game, but also with our KO engine that we have here with Kaido and Linlin, that will help us get rid of our Namis, right? When we get rid of our Namis, we can play Borsalino from our hand and heal another life off top of what Kaido and Linlin are doing. Just a very strong option there to basically replay our board and not really get punished a ton. So I think we'll put some of those in for now, and again, we'll be trimming the chaff, so to speak, later. But the last couple cards here that I really want to put in the deck for yellow, if we keep moving down here, is... where are we? I also want to try a build of this with the new Big Mom Pirates cards, guys. So let me know in chat or in the comments of a video or post if you guys want to see me try a Katakuri build, right? Or sorry, a Big Mom Pirates build with Nico Robin, because she has purple and yellow just like Pudding. This could be interesting, I think, in the deck. But unfortunately, most of these on plays are locked, so it doesn't really benefit us to play these out excuse me, on our turn, right? Like, I think even the 3 Sweet Commanders is also... Okay, so this one is actually not locked. But we're going to keep moving on here. Oh, I almost forgot, guys. I almost forgot. So there is a new card that came out. It's a 3-cost, and it is phenomenal for any deck that plays triggers. And that is going to be the new OP17, if I can find her, Charlotte Pudding. So this is a 3-cost, 4,000 power character with 1000 counter, which is awesome. On play, you can trash a card with trigger from your hand to draw 3 cards. Now, this specific card, I haven't got there yet, Benji. We'll get there. This specific card, in my opinion, is the only reason the Kaido and Linlin version is viable, because before, this deck was very, very, like, high rolly, like you had to find the 4 of basically just by drawing or healing a ton and drawing it off of draw, because if you didn't find it, you're building the deck around this effect, and if you didn't find it, you just kind of died to yourself. Well, luckily, this here pudding lets us get rid of a trigger that we don't need to ramp with, potentially a Thriller Bark, right, to put in trash to set up with, and draw 3 cards, so it actually goes card positive. So we're definitely putting 4 of these in here, as a lot of the searchers for Kaido and Linlin, right, if we go to Big Mom Pirates, and we add purple in here, if you go to Big Mom Pirates, almost all the searchers require you to be a Big Mom Pirates type, right? So this is one of the searchers we can run. I'm not sure if we're going to run it yet, because I think we might actually have enough consistency without it, but is the Charlotte Pudding 1 cost. Look at the top 5, get up to 1 of your 2 cost or greater Big Mom Pirates cards and put it into your hand. Then you put the rest on the bottom of your deck, any order. And for Dawn -1, we can look at the top card of our opponent's deck. Not the best, but it's there. There's also this right here, this Charlotte Brule, which is a 2k counter that lets us look at the top 3, get a Big Mom Pirates card, and add it to our hand. This one here we probably don't actually need in this deck, just because our 2k slots are actually pretty full already, for a reason that I'll get into shortly. But this one right here, we'll put a couple in just for now, and then potentially, depending on how bricky it ends up looking, we might include the Brules. But another one that a lot of people, and myself included, originally wanted to play was this one here, if I can find it. It doesn't actually even say it, so I have to type it in. This right here. So this is the Searcher event, 1 cost, top 5 for a Big Mom Pirate or Animal Kingdom Pirate, and it has a trigger. We can't use this because it requires your leader to be Animal Kingdom or Big Mom Pirates. Really unfortunate. This is probably the best searcher, would have been the best searcher in this deck, and would make this deck actually consistent, but we can't play it. So, you know, we take matters into our own hands. Now, another card that we definitely need here in the deck, guys, still looking at yellow, because we will get to purple in a second. Still looking at yellow, there's one more card that I did brush over, Baby 5. So this card right here is absolutely phenomenal for our strategy. Just a 2k counter with trigger, and the trigger is if your leader is multicolored, draw 2. So again, just being able to go a little card positive there, fill up our hand, cycle to our Big Moms, really, really good, right? Really something that we look forward to using a lot. I'm trying to think of any other 2Ks we would run over this Baby 5, and I'm kind of coming up blank here. The only other thing I can think of potentially running as a 2k counter for an actual tech reason would be this Katarina Devon. And the reason why we might run Katarina Devon is because she is a 4 cost, 3000 power, Impel Down Blackbeard Pirates character with 2k counter and a trigger. The triggers draw a card, play up to 1 Blackbeard Pirates with a cost of 1 from your trash. So the trigger's pretty good, right? Just, again, if you don't have the Big Mom yet, cycle it, right? Let it trash, draw the card. But when attacking, she gets to select one of your opponent's characters and become the same base power as that character's current power. Not base power, but current power. So her base power becomes the same as their current power. So this is a great card to play off of things like a Hogback that gets KO'd, right? Or a Nami even out of your own hand, if your opponent does decide to get greedy and swing into them. And then even so, you could probably potentially play it out off from your trash off of something like a Hogback dying if your opponent has protection in place for a decently sized body. So that's another card we could consider running, so I will throw a couple of those in there for now, but we will probably cut them. And then moving on down into yellow, there's one more card that I would be ashamed to omit, and that is going to be the 7 cost, 8000 power Nico Robin Straw Hat Crew character with no counter from EBO3. So another one of those SRs that's quickly dropping in monetary value because Blue Yellow Nami is about to see a great drop off. She lets you on play trash a card from the top of your life cards, and then if your leader Straw Hat Crew, which Robin is, you get to add up to 2 cards from the top of your deck to the top of your life card. So healing 1 while trashing 1 from the top of your life to heal 2 is a pretty good effect. And then on your opponent's turn, if they decide to KO her, you get to deal damage to your opponent. Now, something to note is you can kill your opponent off of the damage dealt by this Robin. So if your opponent's at 0 and they hit this character, well, congratulations, you just won the game. The other thing to note is this does not work with Kaido and Linlin, because Kaido and Linlin kills Robin on your turn, and Robin has to be KO'd on your opponent's turn. So something to note, but still a great card, and we are definitely going to run it because there's a very specific card that we are going to include in purple. So before we keep going, a couple cards that I am not adding and the reasons why. First off, ACOS Gecko Moria. We're playing a bunch of Thriller Barks. It would make sense to play this normally, but again, we're wiping our whole board, and so as such, we just don't really need the Gecko Moria. Teach is another one I might consider adding at like a 2 of, because worst case we can trash it, but again, it's a big body, we don't really need to stick. And the only thing it's really great as is a, top 3 searcher for a Big Mom, effectively. So I think we'll add a couple in just to say that we have them, but I'm not foreseeing this card being a huge part of our strategy, and it will probably get cut. Moving on down here, we also have the 10 cost Charlotte Linlin. So your turn, all the base power of your characters with a trigger and 4K become 8K. And on play, you get to draw a card and then either heal or trash one card, add one card from the top of your opponent's life to their hand. We're not going to add this one because we already have our 10 drop, and that is what we're searching for every time. But if we do eventually build the Big Mom Pirates version, I could definitely foresee this going in as it buffs all the new ones. I mean, even in our current build as we have it right now, it would buff our Charlotte Puddings, but we don't really care. Okay, and that's probably going to do it for yellow. You guys let me know in chat if I missed anything for good yellow cards to run, but I think that's pretty much all she wrote for that. You could run Kuma as well, but I think that clogs up our mid-game a little too much if we run the Kumas, as, I mean, Kiku Nojo's basically doing the same thing for us here, and it has a trigger, right? Nami kind of is going to do something similar. Zoro is going to do something similar. I don't really think we need the Kuma on 6. We'd rather try to keep playing searchers in small bodies. So with that being said, here is why I think this is even better now. First off, that Pudding Searcher combined with the, where'd it go? I'll go ahead and throw some in here. What the heck? These, where did they go? Brulee 2Ks, right? In addition to having an extra searcher for Big Mom Pirates that doesn't lock your leader, we also have a new 5-cost card that is absolutely insane. I've been playing a lot of Purple Katakuri at my locals and doing very, very well with it compared to a lot of the other things I was playing, in my opinion. Plus, it's super fun, but this card right here is a problem, and that is going to be 5-cost ST34001 Charlotte Katakuri, a 5-cost 7,000 power brick character, meaning no counter, that says, on your turn, once per turn, when a Dawn card on your field is returned to your Dawn deck, if your leader has the Big Mom Pirates type, add 2 Dawn from your Dawn deck and rest them. This does not work in Robin, unfortunately, because we are not a Big Mom Pirates type, but it's actually the second effect, ironically, that we care about more. On KO, no leader locking here. Play up to 1 character card with 8K power less from your hand. Insane. With this card in the deck, if we use the Kaido and Linlin, swing at our opponent, and KO our whole board, and we have one of these, you can immediately, off the heel of this, guarantee you have 1 life, play out a Nico Robin to then trash that life and heal 2. And so you establish, off of your 5-7, you establish a 7-8 that your opponent can't hit or they take damage, and is going to heal you another life. So for 1 swing here, all you needed to do was find a Katakuri and then play Kaido and Linlin. You swing your Kaido and Linlin, and you heal 2, trash 1 from your opponent's life, and KO all of their board. Absolutely insane value here off of this Charlotte Katakuri. Totally worth running the brick with half of its effect turned off, and arguably the better half too. And then other than that, there are a couple other cards that I really would like to run. First off, a great addition that we just didn't have options or availability for before is Mamoragan, right? One of the best purple cards in the game, and actually dropping down in price a lot right now. I think it's only 15 bucks. So if you guys want to play purple in the future, you need to pick these up. I don't foresee this card getting banned. I think they would hit something like Gamma Knife or potentially the NL leader. It's just an insanely good generic purple card, right? It lets you, for Dawn -2, draw a card, rest an opponent's character with 5k power less, and then for counter, give a leader or character plus 1k power for the battle, and then draw a card if you have 6 or less Dawn. So just a really good consistency option here, and a way to kind of, in the late game, close out things by resting down smaller blockers, right? A lot of decks, excuse me, a lot of decks like the Katakuri, or excuse me, a lot of decks like the NL, or yeah, I guess like the Katakuri, right? Decks that can reduce power love to use this card to get rid of problem big bodies by giving them a huge Dawn minus and then resting them and killing them. So we're definitely running the Mamoragan because it's also a 0-cost event, so it's 100% free, and it's not actually a brick. It's a 1k at worst. And at best, it's a 1K that draws you a card. Then we're going to run the 4 Gum Gum Giants. I do still think this card is going to be needed in the deck, unfortunately. But we will see if we need all 4 copies. I think we're pretty decent defensively right now. And then there was one other card I want to say that I'm forgetting. What is it? I know I'm missing something here. Oh, yes. Another option that we could play off of the Katakuri dying. There's a lot of 8,000 power bodies that you can actually go into. So one of them here is this Luffy Taro. We wouldn't play this because you need purple Straw Hat targets, but this is something you can play off of that Katakuri dying. Another one is this Eustace Captain Kid. On play and when attacking, you can go Dawn -1 to buff your leader 1K till the start of your next turn. Not great because it doesn't have counter, and if we go Dawn -10 with the Kaido and Linlin, we're going to be at 0 Dawn when this hits the board. Where'd it go? When this hits the board? So you'd have to wait a whole extra turn to use it. But something else that got printed that you could use is the Cycle of Admirals from OP16. So you could play out this Kuzan here, which, by the way, his adding Dawn is not leader locked. So you could play out Kuzan and add back 2 Dawns rested. And then his activate main once per turn lets you go Dawn -1 to negate a blocker. So pretty interesting option, actually, all things considered, to help you ramp back up even faster once you do that huge Dawn -10. Another one is this Charlotte Linlin here, which lets you draw a card and place a card from your hand on the top of your deck, and then add a Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. Unfortunately, her on KO would not be the best here, as she has to go Dawn -1, and you would be at 0. And that would add a card from the top of your deck to the top of your life cards. So another heal option, potentially, if you do KO it with the Kaido and Linlin, assuming you have a way to get that Dawn back. But also, the on-play isn't too bad because it lets you cycle another card and then get a Dawn deck and set it, a Dawn from your Dawn deck, set it as active. Pretty decent because you can ramp up to your leader. Another one is Borsalino. So 7 cost, 8,000 power brick. On play, add a Dawn from your Dawn deck is active and 1 is rested. So again, you get 2 back. And then at the end of your turn, you can go Dawn -2 to set him active and give him blocker. So a potential way to play out a giant blocker here. A lot of really interesting options, open up. There's even the new Aramaki, which is a blocker. You can't do his on play, but I mean, there's just a 7 cost 8K blocker for free that you could do. This one's pretty funny. If your leader was Germa, you could play it out of Vinsmoke Judge. So potentially Reiju could do this combo and play out a Judge, which seems funny because you'd be Dawn -10, but you know, whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of options here that you can play out. But the one that I was thinking of here is, actually this one doesn't even matter because you can't go Dawn -1. But yeah, the Admirals are just a really interesting option you can play out. There's also just Don Quixote do Flamingo, right? 7 cost, 8,000 power brick. I actually really like this card. I think it hasn't been explored at all because it's just not amazing in the deck it was printed for, and so people just discounted it. But in this deck, it could be good, right? On play and when attacking, you add a Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So pretty interesting card, but I don't think we need any more of these bricks. Just something interesting to note. You could also play the Katakuri blocker, which is very strong, right? 8 cost, 8,000 power, and if your turn, set up to 2 of your Big Mom Pirates type characters with a cost of 3 or more as active, then add a Dawn card from your Dawn deck and rest it. In fact, I think we will put this in, guys, because you can play this off of your Charlotte Katakuri. It's going to re-ramp you Dawn. It's going to restand your Kaido and Linlin so your opponent can't swing into it. And it's just a great card to play out on curve too, even if you're really in a bad spot. And it gives us more hits for our Charlotte Pudding Searchers. So let's go ahead and look now at how many cards we got. We have 77 cards. And how many Searchers do we have here? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. These are going to be card draw. We also have Baby Fives for card draw. And we have Mama Roggins for card draw. So I think that's pretty good. I'm just going to start out by cutting some things that make sense here. I don't think we need the Brûlé Searcher, really. Maybe we'll go down 2 Katarina and 2 of this, and that will give us 12 2Ks. I kind of like that idea there. Then what we can do is we don't really need 4 of this. We probably need like 3 or 2, but we'll leave it for now because I think there's better cuts here. So one of those is going to be Zoro. I don't really think we need Zoro because we kind of just want to take life early. And we're going to be kind of low in hand size. So I think this is good to cut down a little bit on. I also don't think we need the Teaches, really. It's pretty good, but I mean, looking at our deck here, we also don't have a ton of triggers. So let's go ahead and do a trigger count real quick to make sure we can resolve leader effect. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So only 28 triggers in the deck. Isn't a ton, but I think it should work for now. And yeah, we're at 69, so we need to come down quite a bit. Now the question is, do we really need some of these cards? And I think Zoro, we don't really need. Actually, yeah. So I think what we want to do with this deck is still high roll, but we just want our high roll to be better. So we're going to get a bunch of Zoros. And we're going to cut potentially the Devons, actually. I don't think we need that much counter. We kind of have a decent amount. I'm going to go down on the Katakuris to 2. And I think these are all kind of mandatory except for maybe this. Okay. So now it really comes down to how many non-triggers can we run, right? So I think we need 4 Borsas, but we might be able to cut down on the... how many bricks do we have? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26 bricks is not a ton. I think we could probably just get rid of the Katakuri blockers here, just because we don't really need them. How many targets does it leave us with for this, though? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 is not a ton. But the whole point of this is just finding the Kaido and Linland, right? So I think that's fine. Maybe we just cut the Brulés here, because we don't really need... what's it called? We don't really need the extra searcher because it's just going to whiff so often with how few targets we have. Let's go ahead and do... There is the option, actually, now that I think about it, of this little guy right here, Satori, which I don't hate, because this gives us like an extra 1k counter option. It lets us look at the top 2 and put it on the top or bottom. This actually isn't a terrible option. It puts us 1 turn behind because of the Dawn -1 on play, but it draws us a card on play, and then we get to start filtering. I actually really like this. I think this might just be needed in the deck, unfortunately. So, looking at the rest of these, I think we could probably start cutting down some of our triggers here. I don't like the idea of cutting too many of these, but I think we can go down like 2 Zoros and maybe a Borsa. Here's the thing, though. This pudding needs cards with trigger. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. We only have 24 triggers, which isn't a ton. Maybe we go down some Giants, guys. This might just be the deck where we don't play too many Giants. And then, are we still bricked up? 4, 6, 10, 14, 16, 20. 20 bricks isn't too bad. We could probably cut that down a little bit more, but I want to keep most of these. So I think we keep the Kikus, because we're going to be pressuring life pretty well here with the Nami. I think Namis are super important, so maybe we just cut Zoro for now, and then maybe we'll add it back in if it's that necessary. We could cut the Nico Robin, too, because we should always have a target to play out off of this Katakuri. So maybe we go down 1 Nico Robin here just to like help us survive. And that gets us to a pretty healthy break number, I think. So 3, 4, 5. What's that? 9. 13, 14, 15, 19. 19 bricks is doable. Especially if we have things like Mamaragan to help us cycle. We're at 59, so we only need to get rid of 8 more cards. Because the 51 is for the leader. Man, this list is pretty tight. We could just cut the pudding searchers, but I think this is just too good because we want to find a Katakuri and a Big Mom in this deck. And we have a lot of card draw, but that's about it. So maybe we do just have to go down... I don't want to go down another Robin, but I also don't want to go down trigger bodies. So there's not a ton left here. Maybe it's just the Satoris. Maybe we don't actually need this. Cut that down to 2. I don't feel right cutting Gum Gum Giants. All right, so how many 1Ks do we have? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 21, 22, 23. Not a ton. We only need to get rid of 6 cards. One here. We need the Borsas. I really don't want to cut the Nami because it's just such a great on-curve option for us. How many 2Ks do we have? 4, 8. We only have 8 2Ks as well. Kind of need all of them though. Maybe it's just like, I feel like we're just cutting the good stuff at this point. Chat, y'all got any ideas here for what we cut? We're down to, we need to cut 5 cards, chat. How many triggers do we have? 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. We're only at 24 triggers as well, so we're already pretty low. Maybe an extra giant. Now we just need 4. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just kind of wanted like a big body to play up, but I think the Robins are just better, huh? All right, there's those. Now we're down to 2. The only thing is this pudding's going to be whiffing like 90% of the time because we have like a total of 8 targets. I don't want to cut them though because we have to find Kaido Linlin, you know? So it might just be cut 2 pudding searchers. But we just don't have a ton of counter. Because there's a couple cards. Here's where I'm at, chat. There's a couple cards that I can't cut. I don't think we can realistically go below 4 Nami, 3 Borsa, 3 Robin. I think those cards are just too integral to what we're trying to do. I also don't feel comfortable going below 2 Giant, really. And I think Mamaragans are mandatory. We need the Baby 5s and the Kumasis because we only have 8 2Ks. We want the 5-cost Katakuris because that's how we keep our board. And we want 4 Kaido Linlins. So I think this is also necessary because it just helps us fix so many bad hands. Maybe it's Peronas. I mean, how many triggers do we even have? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. We only have 24 triggers. We could go to 22, but that's less than half the deck. And so we would have to see 1 to get to where Kaido Linlin comes out a turn, like the turn we want it to. Maybe even 2, depending on if we go second. Because if we go second, we can actually play it a whole turn earlier. Because, like, on paper, we don't need Kumasi, but we also need some amount of counter so we don't just die. Maybe it's like 1 Perona, 1 Hogback, chat. Does that sound right? Because we don't have that many bricks now. We only have like 17 bricks, so... Wait, what is the trigger on this one? Oh, the trigger on this is goated too. Yo, hold on. The trigger is a, it's a searcher too, so we definitely don't cut this. Maybe if this is also a searcher, we don't need as many of the 1-drop pudding searchers. You know? No, I still feel like we need it. Maybe it's just we cut giants and pray, you know? You know, guys. You know what, guys? We're a gambling deck. Alright, let's try this out. Alright, we're going to try this out. So this is what we have now. We have 12 search targets for this pudding, and we have 15 for this one. We have decent options to play here. We're just going to go try this. We're going to try it out. All right, if you guys have stuck this far, thanks so much for doing so. If you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. We're trying out some Gamble in OP17. Refresh, quick join. All right, boys, here we go. Straw Hat, give me luck. We're going to need it. We have no Gum Gum Giants in a purple Straw Hat deck. Oh, no. Why did I load up with... All right, well, you win, buddy. Wrong deck. Oh, I was going to clap that guy, too. Strabo actually destroys Shanks. All right. Wrong one. No one's playing this. Okay. That Shanks player's like, why did he scoop? All right, there we go. So now we're on the right deck. Refresh, quick join. What if we... chat, imagine we refresh into the same Shanks, and we just... I feel like Shanks actually just dies. Unless he can find... Like, I don't even think Shanks plays Rockstar anymore because of stuff like Ace Sabo Luffy being, like, mandatory. If he doesn't see a Rockstar, we actually just clap that entire matchup, you know? Alright. Take 2. First game was... Actually, I don't count that as a first game because we weren't playing with the right deck, so... That just counts as a loss for Sabo. Unfortunate. Dude, if nobody's in quick play, then we might just have to go straight to ranked. I don't even play ranked. That's not even how I run it, you know? Okay. All right, let's try backing out and then going back in. What song's playing right now? I'm curious. What is this? Over the Top. Yeah, that song sucks. Not gonna lie. Okay. What's going on? Come on. Alright. Says we're waiting for a connection. I don't know if that's because I'm streaming or what, but it says my connection's excellent right now, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but how we feeling, chat? How we Oh! Katakuri? This is interesting. We're gonna take first from them. And we mulligan because we don't see the thing. Alright, well, we're going to do this. We're going to play out, and we're going to find a Kaido Linlin. We do not find Kaido Linlin. Oh, chat, what do we grab then? Do we grab a Katakuri? Or, no, it might just be a pudding, so we can trash 1, draw 3. And then, yeah. And then we'll put this on top just in case. He's like, what on earth? Dude, we saw 2 out of 3 Robins. That's crazy. Yeah, so we play out the... probably Kikunojo, because I don't think he's going to KO it. Okay, we drew the Kata. That's pretty cool. So we have a Dawn 5 play. We're going to swing with leader first for banish, trashing the Hogback, so that we have one set up for our Thriller Bark stuff. He has the free 1k. That's awesome. Next, we're going to play this out, trashing our Kiku to draw 3, and then we're going to draw 2 Borsas and another Pudding. So we have another ramp next turn, which is cool. We just have to be mindful that he can't play out too much for free here. Okay, he's going to kill our Pudding on 4. That's fine. I think we take this one because we still haven't seen our card. We get a free trigger to play out the Hogback. That's awesome. Draw a card, draw our Dawn. We have everything. All right, so now the game has officially changed, chat. We're at 6 Dawn. Going to 7 doesn't really matter, but there is potential, I suppose, to get even higher. So what we're going to do here is we can swing 5-5-5. I think we're going to do that. So swing you. We're just going to rip as many resources out of this guy's hand as physically possible. 5. Alright, we're going to equip 1 here. Swing 5. And then we're going to swing Banish for another 5. He's going to counter this one because he doesn't want to lose the card. We're going to trash our Pudding here, actually, to get the Rested Dawn. And then we have 5 for Katakuri. And we're in a decent spot here. Because next turn he's going to 7 Dawn, so we could go Pudding into Kata. But we're not that worried about it because we're about to wipe the whole board. Now, he could potentially have, like, Mamoragan plus 10 drop to get rid of our Kaido and Linlin because he's also ramping. So that's something we could need to keep in mind. But, yeah, he's going to go Pudding into... Okay, he doesn't have 8 drop Kaido. That is honestly kind of bad for us. But I think he knows what's going on here. No blocker. I think... What are we going to be at next turn? 9? I think next turn we can just go Borsalino. Or, no, we go Robin, actually, because Robin's just better for us. I think. No, we definitely go Borsalino. So we're going to give him a 1k for this one, and then we'll take the next hit. Here you definitely do leader effects to go up to 6 Dawn. Okay, he's not doing leader effects. Sure, we'll take this one. Ooh, we have the Nami to punish. This is going to be awesome. I actually, now that I have this hand specifically, I kind of want to play the Nami out and just swing a ton at face. We're not too scared of dying here. We can't ramp, which is annoying, but I mean, we don't really need to. So we can go Nami here to drain the first life and then swing a whole bunch. And I kind of like that. We'll choose this and then make the opponent take a life, so he's down really low. And then we can actually just swing 7, 5, 4. We can actually just swing for 9 banish here right away and really tax the hand. We're not trashing a card. We're just doing 9 banish. Figure it out. He probably lets the card go here, honestly. Okay, well, he's scared of banish, I guess. I don't know. Maybe his hand's buns. Okay, so he's going to counter out of all that. And then we're just going to go here. And we're going to go in. He has how many cards in hand? 7? Okay. Boom. We're not too scared of dying here. He could try to Dawn up and kill us, but I'm not that worried about it. We're going to go another 5, and then I'm going to swing 7 at the Cracker here. It looks like he's bricked up, though, so if he takes this, we just go face. He used a ton of counter. Yeah, we're just going to go for... We could potentially have lethal here, actually, next turn. I think we do swing this. I just want to swing it at the Cracker, just to make his lethal worse. Like, he definitely lets this go. Because if he goes for lethal here, he's kind of a goober. Okay, he's going to try and lethal us. We're not really worried about it. We have a pretty decent hand, all things considered, and we have Thriller Bark stuff going on. So, we could die here, chat, but you go out like a hero. You know what I'm saying? 7. Do we ever... No, we're just going to take this. No trigger. All right, we need to counter the next one. 8. Do we use the trigger here? No, because we can't find a 2K. What are his next swings? 7, 8. No blocker. And we'll go 1K. Buffing the leader. Oh, yeah, we don't draw. That's right. 8. 8. There we go. GG's. Let's see if he'll rematch us. Because I think the annoying part there was that we just didn't really prioritize surviving. But I mean, yeah, he just left. Nobody wants to play against this because it's not like, oh, I'm not getting good practice in. All right, I feel like I kind of threw there, guys, so that's on me. But still a fun game. Like, we had a crazy amount of pressure. That Pudding being a 4K is actually, like, pretty relevant. Like, a 3-cost 4K that goes card positive. Kind of wild. We might need, in hindsight though, we might need to bump up our counters just so that we are consistent. Oh, this sucks. I might just not even play this. And he gets to choose. He's going second. Okay. We have the nuts we're keeping. Draw Dawn. We could play this. Look for a Kata, I guess. It's better than nothing. Another Kaido Linlin kind of sucks because he knows what we're doing. But whatever. He's just going to prioritize finding a Virgo. And then we're just cooked. Okay, draw a card, draw it on. Okay, we have the Kata. Pretty cool. I think we trashed the Kumasi here. We're just going to go 8 banish. Trashing the Kumasi to get arrested. If we draw another trigger, we'll try to do trash to get to the Big Mom on that next turn, but we'll see. He countered. Wow. Okay. Or no, he just redirected into Dellinger, I believe. We're just gonna Mamaragan here. Because it draws us a card, and then we will resolve that. And we draw into Pudding, so I'm almost tempted to use Pudding to cycle out our baby 5 here, but we don't have that many 2Ks, so... Alright, we see a second Kata. That's kind of not what we want to see here. I'm thinking we poke a 6, banish, and see what they do. They probably just redirect into Dellinger, because that just makes sense. But, like, the reason why I'm not just starving and not swinging Dellingers is because they're going to have the Dellingers anyways, you know? So, do we ramp here? We're at 5. We get a 6. Yeah, we're going to trash the baby 5. Because we want to play this Pudding next turn to fix our hand, potentially. So we can just get more stuff to play out other than this Katakuri. So now he knows we're doing, like, some funny stuff. But it is what it is. He just plays Virgo here and we lose. I mean, the funny part is I have beat people that, like, used Virgo because turns out a 12k that always does 1 damage is kind of crazy. He also only has 5 cards in hand, guys. Like, that's the crazy part. Swinging a 5 or 6 banish every turn is, like, brutal on your hand. I mean, we have 4 cards, too. But the thing is, all of our cards in life, we just don't care. Like, we can just trigger out. Like, look at this. Boom. Trigger. Draw 2. And, like, our hand is just goated now. So, see, we're at 9, so we don't actually need to ramp this turn. So we can spend this turn developing... We could do a Robin, which is pretty cool. We could also just do a Kata, though, and play out the Borsalina plus Robin when we drop our Kaido Linlin. Because I don't think they have a way to stop our Kaido Linlin from swinging. Yeah, I think Robin is the play here. So we're going to go for 7 Banish first. You always want to swing your Banish first in this deck, guys. Swing in. We're not trashing. Just 7 Banish. He's probably redirecting into the Dellinger now. Yep, there it is. You just search. What did we find? Yeah, I think we definitely want to go second because it makes us play our Kaido Linlin a little bit faster. He hasn't decided yet? Monet. Okay, so he's dropping the 5-6. Pretty annoying because a lot of their stuff also doesn't mind being KO'd. We're going to go another 7 at lead and see what they do. It's funny because if they stop this, then we can just play another one. Like, if they decide to kill this, we just play another one. We're going to go for Robin here. Use card action, trash, gain 2. We trashed a Kiku, which is perfect for us. And then we're going to pass our turn. Because we can go play out the Hogback on that next turn after we play Kaido and Linlin. And then, in addition to our Katakuri here, and we just, like, fill up our board again. So we'll see what he decides to do. If he goes into Kata, we probably try to save it, like, once. Like, we'll probably give him a single 1k for Katakuri, and anything past that, we just play out the other one. Don't really care. We are also at a ton of life. Like, we're matching his tempo almost right now. Our board is, like, bigger than his. He could play something out to kill our stuff, but he doesn't want to kill our stuff because it's all good for us, you know? So not only is this a great deck, in my opinion, like for a funsies one, because your Kaido Linlin combo is crazy, it's also really funny because they can't ever swing your board, you know? We're fine taking a life here. No trigger. It's a 3rd Kaido Linlin. Awesome. That was... Oh, this one. Yeah. So he's just trying to do like a baby 5 combo. And then that one, draw card, draw Dawn. It's a Kiku Nojo. He's setting up so that Kaido Linlin doesn't get us a ton of value here. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, he definitely doesn't have Virgo if this is the board he's making. So we're gonna get the free hand tax here because we just can. I doubt he redirects here. He probably gives us a card. Oh, sorry, he was waiting on me. Dang it. I kind of want to keep some of these triggers in hand, by the way, guys, to ramp up. Because we're definitely going past the Kaido Linlin turn. Like, both of us are insanely defensive right now. Okay, he is just free directing. Cool. Well, we're just going to swing 7 and then 8. And then we're going to do our Nico Robin. Yeah, 7, 8. Okay, he's taking that. He's probably taking the next one too then. And then we'll play Kaido, Linlin, and pass. And we'll see what they do. We have a decent amount of counter, I guess. Like, we have a whole 3k to defend this if they decide to do some mama combos. But, I don't know. It depends on what they're on. Because we can also just not do the Dawn -10, which is the funny part. Like, I don't know if they are aware of that, but we can just do that. Also, because they're at 3 or less, we can play out the Kiku plus the Dr. Hog back here. And then we'll get to heal a life and use Kiku to play out the Kiku from trash that we just lost. Katakuri can play out the Borsalino to heal, so we definitely want to go to 2 here. And then the Nico Robin won't do anything, but that's whatever. Yeah, see, he's going to do the kill the Kaido Linlin combo. So we're probably fine just letting this go. Because the thing is, like, we're just winning by swinging right now. Like, I don't think you swing board here. You try to swing face. Rip Law is annoying. What did he hit? The Kaido in the pudding? Okay. Not the end of the world. We'll take this one. Not going to trigger. 5 cost Nami is good to see, though. Alright, we have a 2k. Pretty cool. He ripped our 3rd Kaido Linlin, which is a little annoying. But not the end of the world. We're going to start with the 5. He probably redirects this. Actually, no, he's like way too low in Dawn. What the heck? How did he get us so low, by the way? Oh, Divine Departure plus, yeah. Divine Departure plus Rip Law plus things. So he'll only be at 9. Right? Am I reading this right? I mean, he could, like, redirect into Monet. But, oh, dang it. It's always waiting. I keep forgetting that it always tries to trash, you know? Yeah, this guy's, like, stressing out because he doesn't have Virgo right now. Alright, dude. It's just... I mean, you must be bricked if you're thinking this hard on a 5k. Like... It's not that hard, brother. The funny part is, like, we can low-key just keep playing out bodies, too, and I don't think there's much he can do about it because he doesn't want to kill any of them. Alright, that's cool. Go 7, because he's never killing these, right? Like, that's the crazy part. We just keep our board. So he's just going to keep going face. Do we ever kill Monet here? We can try. He'll just redirect or block. Are we ever in danger of dying next turn? There's a little bit. Maybe we spend this turn going Borsalino plus Katakuri. Yeah, we'll swing at the Monet here just to see what he does. He probably just blocks or something, but yeah, he lets it go. Same thing. Because he, what, draw 2, trash 1, get 2 Dawn. Gets him back to 10 on his next turn. He was going to redirect probably into that one anyways, so. It is what it is. But I don't know if we get lethal now. I kind of want the blocker, so I think we do Borsa plus Kiku. Or Borsa plus Kata. Gain a life, Kata, and then we'll just end turn. And now we're threatening lethal on him, and he can't really do much about it because we can just play out cards from our hand. Like, he has to swing these, probably. And if he swings this one, we literally just play out a Kikunojo and don't care. And then if he KOs those, we're just so far ahead. Alright. We are... Do we actually block this? I think we might just block this, guys. I'm not going to lie. Because it gives them something to swing at. And it saves us a little bit of counter. We're going to block. Because it's free. I know how 10 cost Dofi works, Goober. I know how that works. See, look, he's getting rid of Dofis. He knows. He knows. He knows. I didn't even realize... Like, you don't even need the freaking... Do we take the first one? Kill, kill. Play, play, play. I'll give him the Nami. No. We want to play the Nami. Resolve. We'll take everything else. I doubt he's going in. Okay, sure. Sure. We'll look at trash real quick. Yeah, we'll use the trigger. Play out the hogback over the pudding. And now you can't kill the hogback. Seems good, brother. It's a lot of cards in hand. 10 cost Dofi. Sure. KO 3, or can't be rested. Okay, yeah, so he's just going to freeze a bunch of our stuff. I don't really care. Draw a card. Because I think we're fine just playing the Kaido Linlin out here. Like, I don't really see us dying. This is an issue. We can just force everything at face. He has to redirect into this to gain a life. Do we do Kaido Linlin here? I think we do. Alright, well, he has no free blocks. So we're just swinging a banish. Not trashing. Six. Sure, you have 6 cards in hand. Now I think we just pressure the board with this guy. Because we don't have heals, so I think Kaido Linlin is the best option here. We'll just go into Riplaw, because it's a blocker. Okay, he's probably going to counter for it then. Definitely need 4 Robins now that I think about it. Because it's just a great stall card. Because you can go Robin plus, what's it called? Yeah, I think we just play this out and then pass turn. If he plays another 10-cost Dofi to stop the Borsalino, that's unfortunate. But what you gonna do, huh? Also, we probably need 4 Borsas. Maybe we cut a Nami. Because we don't really need, like, on-curve plays other than Kata, now that I think about it. Improving, chat. We're learning things. We're also saving the Borsa if we can. Like, we probably 1k the first 5k poke. But then after that... Yeah, see, he's only at 9 Dawn as well, so we can't actually follow up with another Dofi. Which is huge. He has to do, like, a Dawn minus plus a Mama to get rid of our blocker. And we're coming in with the team next turn. Uso Hachi, rest the blocker. Well, we're not blocking. You have how much Dawn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably dead here, but we'll give him a 1k. See what happens. What is 6? What is 6? Is that a blocker? What is the swings? He has a 5k, a 10k, and a 5k. You have 3 more swings. We have 3k counter. Quite frankly, we survived. I almost want to take this one. No, because it's 7, 9, 10. No blocker. 2, 1. And if he kills something, we can still Kiku, which is funny. Do you scoopeth? I foresee a scoop in the future. I don't think he wants us to do the funny. We take. We trigger. You're way too beautiful, girl. We actually play for the Borsa here, guys. Not because we don't need the power next turn. More so because we can play bodies if this game keeps going. That's like the point there. Also might want to find room for a couple Zoros. The heal one, just because it would have been crazy this game. I got 1 card in hand. You got 2 swings. It's a 5k and a 10k. He actually wins with a 5-10, which is crazy. But I think he's trying to figure out if he can survive without it. He probably can't, so he's going to go in. I forgot about the 5-10. Perhaps taking the 7... Nah, taking the 7 was never the right play, because that top life was a Perona. We should have just taken the Perona to hand, actually. Should have just read the room. He's really thinking about why I triggered that. He's like, is that last card actually a counter? He wonders. Dofi players want to know. Or he's just timing me out. I don't want to say anything to him because that seems toxic. Oh, I'm so sorry, by the way, guys. Hold on. Let me do this so you can actually see his hand. I'm so sorry. I was playing the whole time without you seeing hands. See the hands? Yeah, he's doing it. You have to. Watch this. I get out of it every time. Use the trigger. Take. GG's. Awesome. That was like way closer than it should have been. Because he should have just played a Virgo and been fine, you know? Alright, so after a couple games, seeing how it flows, we have a lot of consistency, actually. So, I don't know if we need all of these. We for sure don't need all of these. We could have just been running Gum Gum Giant low-key, but there was, like, no point to use it there ever. We also played against Purple, which is just tough because they kill Kaido Linlin. Okay, yeah, I think Nami, we play at, like, 3. We add an extra Robin. Boom. And then what else was doing really awesome for us? I don't really love the Peronas, but we didn't have a lot of triggers. So maybe we just need some 2Ks in here. Maybe that's all we needed was just a couple counter cards. Alright, let's try 2 Katarinas, because this is like, okay. Okay. We need another Borsa, actually. Oh. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 25, 26. We'll do this. That was amazing spelling on my part, guys. Don't mind me at all. But yeah, chat, how we feeling about the goober spice? I don't know. Maybe we do just want all the Peronas. Because they're like good triggers, you know? Yeah, whatever. We'll try it. It's not like we're taking this to regionals, you know? Refresh join. And we'll see if we run into another purple deck that kills everything. You know, quite frankly, not to quote Trump himself, quite frankly, I do think this would be good until, like, Red-Green Luffy, ironically. So if you want to play a deck in 3.5 and just Shrek people out of nowhere, you can put the Mortal Fear into your opponent's eyes with this deck if they're playing Mihawk or Red-Green Luffy without Laboons. So, just an option. Just throwing that out there. You can do it. I also feel like I'm just playing this, like, way too laid back. Like, if I actually sweated and tried a little bit more, we would probably, like, win these, but like that turn where they killed our Kaido Linlin, right? Like they were setting up for it. I definitely should have just dropped 2 more things that they can't kill and then just been like, all right, well, I'm going to present lethal and then go from there. Because at that point, I forced them to play the 10 Dofi and waste like all their Dawn, and then we go. Am I going to play JoJo Golden Spirit? I'm going to be honest, Mirror IQ. I don't even know what that is. Is that a card game? Is that a video game? I'm not too sure. I feel like Purple Yellow Robin with the Kaido Linlin tech is the golden experience. Hear me out. Also, let me do something real quick with this camera. I want you guys to be able to see the chat a little bit. Okay. This should let you guys see like the whatever the chat is there, just a smidgen. All right, y'all. Let me know how that goes. If this is a good spot for it. RPG battle game. Probably not, dude. I do like video games, but I'm just not really like, I don't have a lot of time for video games. Like I barely even have time to play One Piece right now. So, like Tuesday is my one day that I set out to stream, and then I have locals during the week, and then that's like it. Because I work kind of long hours right now. Like even just yesterday I did like a 14-hour day, so kind of brutal. All right. Still waiting for a connection. How long are we waiting here, chat? That's the real question. Oh, we're not even... I hope this isn't a copyright, because just went to a random video of some guys playing saxophone. Sorry, dudes. Did not want to steal your stuff there, so... Also, I apologize if I sound a little goofy, but my sinuses have been acting up a smidgen. Oh, no, you're good, Mirror IQ. I am a gamer, actually. Destiny 2 is like one of my favorite games of all time, so You know, there's Stockholm Syndrome in me, for sure. But I just haven't had a lot of time to recently, you know. But yeah, hey, dude, welcome by. I'm glad you're here, man. It's good to see you. Yeah, I have like if you like dig down on my videos a little bit deeper, I have a lot of older like Destiny 2 stuff. And then I played like some Halo and Pokemon. I apologize. Some of those like quality is pretty bad because I had a worse editor at the time. Video editor, like I edit my own videos, so I had a worse video editor that I was using at the time. But yeah, I am a gamer. I just not the gamer where I play a ton of games. I'm the gamer where I have a couple games that I played and I played the crap out of them, you know. What's wrong with this? Pal World went, bro. Shut up, Benji. Mirrors, just so you know, Benji's one of the guys that goes to my locals, and he's trying to gaslight me into playing this Pal World cult. Of they made a card game for that video game, so I'll tell you what, Benji. I'll play Pal World. I'll play Pal World when you beat me at locals. Actually, I can't say that because you literally just beat me like 2 locals ago. I'll play Pal World when I stop playing One Piece. Yeah, Amir. So here's how I did that, right? Because I also liked playing a lot of different games. I found a game that was like about to release. I pre-ordered it, so I was already committed. And then when I got it, I played it religiously for like a month straight. Took like a week break, and then I hopped back in. Oh, the video game? Oh. I don't know, dude. Is it a good video game? I've heard it's like Pokemon and Fallout. And I like Pokemon, and I'm kind of like iffy on Fallout. Because I don't know. Fallout just feels like Skyrim with guns, and for some reason that takes away like the magic of it to me. Brother. I'm about to join one of these rocks games and just get rocked. You know what? You know what? You guys convinced me. I know you didn't say anything, but you convinced me. Someone else jumped on here with Nico Robin. Guys, we're out here changing the game. I feel like we could actually run it versus Black Luffy. Minecraft, Pokemon, and kind of Fallout. Yeah, I heard you can like shoot your Pokemon. Seems kind of crazy. Alright, so we're playing against rocks, boys. We're going to take second. We're just going to mulligan, and we're just gonna figure it out. Oh my goodness, this hand is garbage. I mean, I have a lot of draw, but this poor soul. This poor soul. Yep, Streusen. Look at the top 2, put them on top or bottom, and then draw. Seems pretty good. Draw 1 card, end turn, draw card, draw dawn. Oh, we got the pudding searcher. All right, we're gonna do that. Kaido Linlin. Oh, ideal. There we go. Yep. That's what you want to see right there, boys. That right there is your perfect on curve. Turn 1. Going second. He's going to swing at us, do leader effect, trash a card, show us Rocks Pirates the event to draw 2. No blocker. Do we ever take a 5? Yeah, we take a 5. We're using the trigger just to draw the card. And setting up trash, I guess. He's going 5 with Streusen. That's kind of stupid, in my opinion. It's like, do I give him a 2K here or not? Because I don't really want to give him either of these. I guess I'll give him a baby 5. Yeah, that kind of sucks because we don't have like 2Ks, but we really need to play this pudding next turn to get our hand fixed here. Okay, we just draw another baby 5. Never punished. So I think, I mean, we don't really care about Streusen that much. I mean, we do, but not really. Maybe it's like 6 play pudding. 6 banish. He doesn't really have a ton going on. Like, he has to have the... No, he has the 2K. He got the Rocks event. I should have just swung 5, chat. I'm messing up. I'm trying to find my forever main game or 2 games. I like RPGs. I know Final Fantasy is pretty fun. I don't know if you've tried that. I like Final Fantasy a lot, personally. Yeah, guys, see, because here we have to actually trash a 2K, which sucks. Yeah, we'll trash that. Draw 3. Wow. This is really good. This is exactly what we want to see. I mean, now we see all the 1K triggers. Also, we're definitely clearing Strayson because he's probably going to send it at it. No, he's going to curve out into Linlin, and we're going to let him draw the cards. Are we? Do we let him draw cards? Probably. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, guys. This feels really bad. We're probably taking another hit here on purpose. Yeah, Linlin. I could also just trash too. Nah, you can have him. Because he still only has like 1 free 1k right now. Yeah, we can heal. We're taking it. Alright, Katakuri sucks. Draw card, draw Dawn. I mean, we don't hate playing... Ooh, Robin. Hold on. Wait a minute. I think we play Robin here. No, because we want to play Robin off of the Kata. So, we definitely just swing like real numbers. Okay. Yeah, we're going to hold the Robin. Because I think they can just delete Robin. They don't really care about taking the damage right now. Maybe Nami's better, actually. Which one's better? Probably Nami. Because it lets us swing 8 Banish. Which is really annoying for them. Yeah, I think we go Nami. Because Nami can play Borsa to heal. Leader. Make your opponent take a life. All active. And we just swing in. We could have done 5-7. But I think it's better to just do 8 Banish. And we're at 7. So we trash the Hog back to get to 10 next turn. And now we pray. Now we pray that we see the card that we built our deck around. Might even take another life here on purpose. Because if not, we can just go like Robin or Borsa Katakuri. And that's not like the end of the world. He banished, right? I guess he did. Yeah, I think he just got it banished. Yeah, because Gloriosa hit the trash. Another Strayson. Okay, so he needs to find the new gate, potentially. There's no way he doesn't have it. He has 11 cards in hand, you know? We can counter this one. We need to find... Dude. It's all the cards we don't need to find. See, this was the issue with the deck originally. I think losing the Pudding Searchers does hurt. There's the new gate. He's going to swing 8 now. We just go to 0. Potentially die. Well, we can give him 2 2Ks. It's not the end of the world. It does suck, but... Maybe the answer is we just, like... Borsa Kata next turn. No, because he can bottom deck Borsalino, so we have to Robin. Which means we have to counter this. Sure. Or we just draw Kaido Linlin here and be sad. Nope. Okay. Pudding kind of sucks right now. So he has a +3 to leader. He has a +1 here. He has a million cards in hand, so we have to swing a 9 to matter. You can swing an 8. Which isn't great. Oh, but this only buffs leader. Okay, so we could do 7 into Linlin, and then 7 into lead. Or 7 into Linlin, 7 Linlin, and then play. Or we could go 5, 7, 5, 6, 7, play Robin. I don't really like that, though. I think this is better. 7. Okay. With the Linlin effect. Gives us a 2K event here for this. Probably. No trash. Yep. And then we go here. Use card action, gain 2. And end turn. Yep. That's probably GG's because we didn't find the Kaido Linlin. Not that we were going to survive even if we did, but... Top tier plays from a top tier mage. Sure, buddy. I'm not a mage, I'm a monk. Get it right. I just have magic fingers. You can't even play rocks right now, bro. What you gonna do? Kill me? Probably. I double dog dare you to kill me here, bro. You think I don't have triggers for you? I got triggers for days. Got every trigger. Look at this. My trash stonked. How many 2Ks are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what, dude? I'm not even scared. I'll take this one. No trigger. Look at that. Free 1K. No blocker. Oh, buff leader. 7, 8, 9. Boom. Just what we wanted. Go ahead. Kill the Nami. You won't. He's going to kill the Nami. He's not going to kill the Nami. Well, he's going to go to 8 here and then swing a Stroyson for 5. And then we could potentially just lose to the Stroyson. So if we don't see counter here, we just die. And this is probably the Kaido Linlin. Oh, perfect. Watch, he's going to go 5. We just die because we saw all the bricks. Yes. Go, go, go. You won't. Oh, no, you play Stussy. You're scared. Aren't you? He's scared. Let's go. Oh. Oh, yes. What the Sigma? Let me do this. That one. You can go 8 into it. Could have used the 2 Dawn, but it's like the game's literally over now, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, you let it go. Makes sense. 3, 4, 5. So you can go 6 face. Go here. We go with this one because it needs a 2K. We threaten Borsa. He lets it go. Let's go. He's going to BM me. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. All right, good. Good boy. Bro, why? 15 is guaranteed. What a troll. Well, that game just felt awful because we didn't... Maybe it was just like a brick, but I feel like that pudding searcher is kind of needed. Don't worry, boys. There is a will and a way here. I promise. It's there. Wait, maybe we're looking at this all wrong, chat. Thanks, Skylar. I think we're looking at this all wrong, chat. We're looking at this in the worst possible way. Why are we playing this awful card? This card is terrible. You know what's better than this? The best yellow card ever printed, Basil Hawkins. Hear me out. Basil Hawkins. W Riz. We kind of want Gum Gum Giant, but we don't need it. This helps us draw 2 trash 1, which is awesome. And they never want to kill this. There's also another card I want to put in here. It's just more puddings, but... Do we really need Katas? Oh, it's just so good. But I like Kata. He's cool. Hear me out. This is it. This is the one, chat. This ratio is perfect. The only thing I might actually add, ironically, is the Kuma. The Kuma might just be what we need, like a good mid-range-ish body in addition to Robin, but we'll see. We'll see. We're going to run this. Please give me a random game. I don't want to have to click on a rocks or something. Hey, I was right, though. They did not, in fact, miss Buckingham Stussy or Kaido Linlin. I called it. Ace? Oh my goodness, what are these hands? Ah, it's so close. Sure, they can Marco, but I mean, do we care? We don't even care. It's the value we get off of the KO. It's not even the killing all their guys. Killing all their guys is a plus. Yeah, Moby Dick, grab a mystery card. It's Marco. Don't pretend it isn't Marco. World's longest top 3 search. See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. The sim sucks. Like, people take 20 minutes to pick a card out of 3 cards. Like, I get it if you're new and stuff, but like, dude, it's 3 cards, man. It's 3 cards. Like, look at this. 30 seconds plus. Alright, our plays are super streamlined this game. We can go Pudding, Trash the Hawkins here, which is awesome. We're gonna have to lose a baby 5 anyways, actually. So we have to Pudding first. Trash the Hawkins. Yeah, this is the correct way to do it. Even though they could kill our Pudding with something, we're gonna trash the Hogback. Gain arrested. Because I don't really care if they kill this, if we're being honest, guys. It's more so about the making sure our hand is full. So I think I've been playing that wrong the whole time, where I was swinging first and then trashing one and then using the Pudding. You definitely are just supposed to do Pudding first. Like, that's just a play mistake on my part. Okay. Oh, he let it banish. And it was the 10-drop Newgate? Get that crap out of here, dude. Ain't nobody want to see that. No blocker. We already have everything we need, so we give him a 1K. We turtle. Turtle up. Luffy? Don't care. Actually, we kind of do, but... I have 6 Dawn. We can go 5 with our leader. And then if they try... Actually, I want to go... Yeah, 5 with leader. Because that way we can get a 2K for free. Or really anything, but... And then we're at 6 right now. Do we care about ramping? Ah, I messed up. Whatever. 7 gets us to 9 next turn. 9 doesn't do anything, but whatever. We'll do it. Should have done the Pudding first. Okay, so he did buff, so we just go category pass. And now he's in a bit of a pickle. We also probably take like 2 hits this turn, but that's fine. If he swings the Luffy, we just crash into the Luffy. Actually, we crash face. We don't care about board. Yeah, we're taking the first one. Using the trigger. Play out the Hogback. Use trigger, play out the Hogback. Rested. And if you kill the Hogback, we play Basal, unrested. We could also just play Pudding to cycle our hand, but I feel like Basal's just better, because they never are going to kill that, you know? He's like, Herm. Yeah, buddy. I don't need cards in my hand, because they're all on my board. Figure it out. Yellow powers. I didn't even think about Ace. This might unironically be like kind of decent to Ace, because it just kills all their new gates. I think this guy's also pretty new, just because how much time he's taking. I mean, I've taken comparable time, but still. Maybe he's just chilling. Maybe he's just a chill guy who's thinking through a new deck. Maybe it's that. Still, I mean, 6 Dawn is just Marco, right? Like, you know I added the Kaido Linlin, right? We showed you that. Yeah, they know I have this card. You have to play. Because next turn, you're trying to play your Newgate, probably. Which means turn after that, you're trying to play the other Newgate. That's going to be annoying. If they go... Sure, I'll take a 6. Probably should have 2K, but it's whatever. 5 Ace. You can't give this rush. Edward Newgate. Okay, they just don't care. Cool. Maybe they go Marco next turn. Oh, you can give a rush. Cool. I'll probably... What am I going to next turn? 8? Yeah, we'll take this. Nothing to play out. Unfortunate. But yeah, next turn we just dawn up a bunch, crash into this Luffy, and then play Borsalino. We're fine until we play out the Kaido and then... Ooh, or we... Oh no, we can go Perona and freeze one of their guys. That's actually really good. We do need to ramp... We don't need to ramp this turn. Okay, so we can go Borsa plus Perona. So we go 5 into lead banish. Not trashing. He Luffy effects, and then we just send a 7 into Luffy. And he can't kill this. We don't have a ton of like great cards to play out in trash right now off of the Hogback. Unfortunately, it would be like a Basil Hawkins, but our Basil Hawkins combo is going to go crazy next turn. He's going to 8 Dawn, which means he's going to play 8-drop Newgate. We're going to go Kaido Linlin. He's going to go 10-drop Newgate, and then we're going to be fine. Alright, so he's going to save that. Luffy's at 4 in hand. So we're going to play this out, stop the Ace or Luffy. I actually want to stop the Ace, because that way he's forced to swing the Luffy and we can hit it. And then we're going to play out Borsalino for 5 over this, gaining a life, and we have 7k in hand, or 5k in hand counter, plus a blocker. And they're never killing the Katakuri because we just play out Hogback, which is awesome for us. We prefer he didn't kill it, but I don't think he's going to kill it. Doesn't make a lot of sense. He doesn't have a ton of cards in hand either, so he might not even have stuff to reveal off of the Luffy. Or, sorry, to trash off the Luffy to become a 7k, but we'll see. 7k double attack leader. Yeah, we're going to block that. Actually, we're going to counter that, because I need cards in my trash. Like, I need a Hogback in here. No blocker. You can have 2 cards. Resolve. He's going to have 2 more swings. It's going to be a 6 and a 10. Actually, he might not even swing the Luffy. He's swinging the Luffy. We're actually not going to block here. And we're going to 2k. I have faith. And then we take the 10. Because if he spends his whole next turn... Actually, he wouldn't be spending the whole turn, would he? No, he wouldn't. Because it only costs 6 if I play Kaido Linlin. Okay. He's giving this rush. He probably goes face. Maybe we block then? I don't like that, though. It doesn't give us a lot of options. We definitely need to try and clear this. Which means we're sending a single 7k at it. I mean, yeah, we go 7k at that because it's 2 cards on that one as opposed to the leader. And then we can just poke his leader with everything else. Actually, we can't poke leader with everything else. We'd probably go 5k banish then first. Per usual. He's going at the Katakuri. Honestly, bro, I respect it. We have 2 life, though, which is all we needed. We keep this in hand. 5 banish, because you get literally nothing out of it. Not trashing. Reason we're keeping Katarina is because if he swings this, we instantly let it go and play out the Katarina, and then we're just winning. We're in a great spot if he does that. Okay, so he's going to do that. We're immediately going to pivot into the Luffy here. Get every card out of his hand that we can. And we're going to go Kaido Linlin, and we probably are fine. We're also probably going to take every hit, low-key. By every hit, I mean, like, 1. Okay, yep, he loses the Garp. And then we just do that. And we see what happens. He goes to a 9k double attack, which is annoying because we actually can't do anything about that. So we probably do just die here because we don't have a blocker. I should have just let the Kata go. Whatever. I did forego about the double attack. That's on me. GG's Holmes. I don't know. Maybe we get good triggers, you know? Like we get a trigger body to play out over... Okay, we just take this. No trigger. And the reason we're taking is because now his double attack doesn't do anything. 2k. He's going to have the rush one, though. Yeah, he's gonna give this rush. Dang. What a turn. Yeah, leaving blocker was definitely the thing to do there. Yeah, I think you definitely want to go second with this deck. I feel like you need that extra turn of Kaido Linlin getting out. Sure. No trigger. GG's. I don't know, man. OP17 is kind of crazy. I mean, I don't even know. It feels like we need another blocker, but... It's gonna happen, chat. We're gonna get a win tonight. I do think this is one of those decks that you like have to win die roll and high roll still. All right, come on. Okay. I don't know, man. Is this just how the sim is normally? That's why I don't like playing simulator, dude. Just go to locals and actually get games in. I feel like half of my time is spent just sitting here, waiting for someone to join. We're going second. We're mulliganing. This is even worse than the first one. At least we're on the draw. At least we're drawing. Perfect. Not perfect. Maybe we just grab another pudding. No, we need a good 5-drop right now. Yep. So next turn is putting into... Okay, so you're going to play the Kyo. We're going to take the first one. Use the trigger. Perfect. Alright, now we're actually just playing the game. Kyo. Yeah, the Kyo is going to be a problem. We can't really do, like, anything about that. The fact that he, like, knew what we were doing the second he played the Kyo, or, like, the second that we played the Pudding Searcher is crazy. Probably trash a Kiku here. off the pudding. Draw 3. We have solid plays for next turn. Like, we have the Robin for next turn. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter. Actually, need to get rid of the Basil here. He probably just has a 2K event, because they usually have... I mean, they have 12 2Ks in the deck, right? So... Yeah, only issue about losing Mamaragan is we can't get rid of the Kyo. Maybe you do just need Mamaragan instead of Basil Hawkins. Maybe that is just the answer, right? I could probably lose 2 here. Yeah, we need to trash 2 actually, so that they can't reliably save stuff with Kyo if we keep pressuring. Get rid of a 2K and a Katakuri. Yeah. I mean, he is going to, like, just get the cards eventually anyways. But I think we'll take this one as well. Okay, we did not need another Robin. Jordan. Okay, we have a trigger here to ramp out off of our leader. I think we just do this to get the card out of their hand. He can spend a whole turn doing the Stussy, which is annoying because he's going to have a board. We go here. Use card action, gain 2. Pass. We have an okay board. It feels like all the new decks, even if they're like a late game deck, are just fast, though. Like, they just put on so much pressure. Maybe that's just because I'm not running Giants and stuff. But, I don't know. They just feel like insanely fast to me. Like, that ace is just so quick. Like, the game's over by the 10 dawn turn, you know? Like, that's when games are ending. I think we actually, ironically, need to play into Green Shanks. And that would be, like, our good matchup. Or, like, a Mihawk. We're definitely getting rid of a 2K here. Oh, wait, you know, he's going to go to 9. Yeah, I don't feel like giving him all those cards right now. Another Robin is kind of cool, because we can play it off the Kata. Draw a card, draw a Dawn. I mean, we're definitely just playing Kaido Linlin this turn. So, we don't want to swing the Robin, I don't think. I think we do, actually. But I want to swing Robin first. Get cards out of... No, he takes. We have to swing this first just to get a card out of hand. Because this guarantees that we get a card out of his hand either way. I hate how this auto unsorts your hand every time you do something. It's really cool. Alright, there's the one that we got out of hand for the Linlin. We swing in with this now. If he wants to take a time killing this, I don't think he will actually because he's taking the life here, being at 5. And then we just are fine. The cool part is we can actually just like replay our own board, so we don't really care. We only get Katakuri value here, which kind of sucks. We would rather see something off of our deck or life. He's going into this. I feel like we saved this once. If you want to Shiki that and then lose a life, fine by me. Because he's going to go Stussy. With 9 Dawn. He can only stop Kaido Linlin from swinging. He can still trash one, go 9 here. So I think we... That's pretty cool. I guess. Sure. Play at the Perona. This can't attack. Not that he was going to swing that, but, you know. And I'm just going to give him a 2K for this. Because he's going probably like Stussy here to stop this. Plus, what's that, 6? He'd have 3 left. Alright, dude. Buff it to 8. I'll give him 2 2Ks here. That's why we held them. Yeah, the Stussies are kryptonite. Because we could play another one of these out, but it's too slow at that point. Yeah, the Perona can't attack, and then you stop the Kaido Linlin. We can kind of stall. Oh my goodness, this is awful. What the heck? We can go 8 here. No, he takes. What's better, having the blocker or having the extra big body? I think having the blocker is a little better. No, it's the extra big body for me. We could just do another Kaido Linlin. We're definitely swinging Stussy, by the way. So maybe we go 9 first, because he has 3 Dawn up. We go 9 first. Swing 9. Because he can play another one, but that's fine. Then we just go 7K. It doesn't matter, actually, where we send it. Well, actually, hold on. You can go 5, 9. Yeah, we could go 5, 6. Or, 6 to get a card first, and then 5. Or no, it would be, yeah. Oh, that was the wrong one. That's awesome. Whatever, you just give me a card here. That's embarrassing. Yeah, we're gonna gain 2. Maybe the Borsalino was better there, but I want something to play off of Kata if we ever do untap with the Kaido Linlin. Because he probably just has another Stussy here that he plays off the rocks. Actually, you literally can't play rocks here, because if you play rocks, then you can't Stussy. Gonna take this one. Use a trigger. That's awful. Get rid of that. Nice. Yeah, I guess the blocker was just better, but he would have had it even without the blocker. Bro, is this guy trolling? Yeah, he's trolling. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think this can do anything in 17. 17 is just too fast. Unfortunate. But what we can do add those back. Add these in. And this is OP 16.5. Let's try some 16.5 if that's still on here. I need to end on a win. Why is this not allowed? Oh, because it's not the 16.5. There we go. Refresh, join. See, nobody on the sim is testing 16.5 either. So it's going to be really hard to find games. Come on. It's getting harder and harder to just cook decks that are good, chat. I mean, it's not like a great thing that I'm trying to do on here with this deck anyways, but... Oh, great. My favorite. And we go first. Mulligan, because we don't have the thing. I mean, we have the thing. We have ramp. Is it all? That's just all we need, right? Like, we just died to aggro, but who cares? Who cares? We get to swing a turn earlier. Bro, 8k banish, ramp to 6 Dawn. Sure, dude. Marco, awesome. Instant countered. Hopefully he plays the Vista. Alright, we're just going to banish your top life. If he gives me 2 cards for this, he's a goober. Yeah. What is this guy playing? Is he just all 8Ks? And Garps? Probably. He's on the 8K package. Sure, dude. I will trigger. That sucks. Okay. Walk away. Hey. We're at 6. So we go 5 here, guarantee the burn. And then we go all active, swing 7 banish. And we're at 6. Do we need to ramp? We need to see another trigger. It's fine. It's fine. We kind of want to go to 9. Just because we can go Robin. Also, counter is fake against this deck. Because they're just so fast. You just go. Go, 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 and you never stop. We have double Kata too. So if we make it to the Linlin swing, we're good. Alright, do you give me 2 cards or go to 2 life? He's going to give me 2 cards. Alright. Wise decision. What do you give me? Hack Jozu? Or, that's Jozu? Sure. Alright, what is 6 here? Marco? Yeah, awesome. Give it rush. Sure. No trigger. We don't need triggers. Triggers are fake. Blocker 1k. We could also just swing Marco. Card. On. That's not amazing right now. We're at 9. Yeah, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go 8 to Marco, 5 to lead, and then just play the Robin. 8 Marco. And he never kills this. We're just getting cards out of hand. The best part of Banish. Punishes your opponent for being alive. Yeah, going first just sucks, dude. Maybe in 17, that's the answer, is you run the Yamato blockers to ramp. And you just run, like, more real ramp. Because there's so much generic ramp now. Okay, he just let it go. That's... okay. It was only asking for 1 card anyways. I don't understand why you wouldn't just... Maybe he just didn't... He had the counter. Why would you do that? I'm not going to swing at it again. Like, why would I ever swing at that again? I'm on 7 Dawn. I'm just going to play a Robin. Whatever, dude. Whatever. He's feeling a little goofy with it. I also think we probably just die before we get to the Kaido Linlin, looking at his board and what's in our hand. Because we're just so incredibly bricked. Alright, play that out. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we see some good stuff out of life here or off of our Mama draw. Or this actually won't draw, so never mind. Maybe we see some good stuff out of our life, or maybe he decides to go in at this Nami and we just get free Nami value into this Borsalino. You know? No, he's gonna double attack our face. Sure. Oh, he's killing Nami, for sure. For sure, for sure. Right? You just debuff Nami here. You'd never kill Robin. That might actually save us. Okay, he's gonna kill Robin. I mean, that just means he's not going into anything, right? We'll take the first one. We could play a Hogback. Or we could live. I like live. No blocker, 2k, 1k. Buff. Take that one. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're so dead. We literally have to double Borsa to survive here. Five at face banish because it's free. And then we go 8 Robin into Marco. It's going to be so hard to stabilize here, guys. Double Borsa means he can kill the Nami as well, which is annoying, but it keeps us alive. That's more than we've said for any other game. I mean, what are you going to do? You just trash, bring him back? Sure, dude. Anyways. There. How do you like them apples? My hand could be anything. You know not what my hand is. I haven't played a single searcher this whole game. Oh, he knows about the pudding. He knows. That's probably why he's saving this, because he knows he just blow up his stuff. 9k double attack is good, brother, but one blocker is better. Go ahead, drop it. I know you've got the other new game. You can't Roger. You got 3 cards in hand. How many 8Ks have we seen? All of them? These are literally all 8Ks. We take that one. I'm actually going to use the trigger here. As little counters we have, I think I like the idea of giving him something to swing at. I mean, he doesn't swing at it, but you know. Maybe he clears the Robin as well to try and stay alive. Because we have a ton of pressure on board. Like, if we low-key just, like, take all this and block, we're kind of fine. The real Kaido and Linlin is the amount of pressure we put along the way. What are you doing? You just swing into Robin here? Make yourself take a damage? Because I think that gives me enough time to play a Kaido Linlin, which is pretty funny. You only have 4 Dawn left. What is that, Luffy? No, because Luffy costs 2. That's crazy. I get punished for not playing out. I didn't have a Brena. Yeah, we'll just take. This guy's so greedy. We're definitely just lethaling him this next turn then. Yeah, sure. I'll just draw 2. What's the worst that can happen? We draw nothing. That's right. Card. Another Borsellino. Ooh. We go Nami Borsellino. Poke, 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 poke. Seems good. Dude, we could literally just kill him here off math. What's the math? 3 cards in hand. We stack enough banish to, like, matter. No, we go Nami first. Nami. Leader. Take a life. So you have 4 in hand now. We could always just Borsellino survive, potentially. Yeah, I think we just start poking stuff. So, poke the banish. You've got to have nothing in hand now, right? We could have just done a bunch of 7s, but I kind of like the idea of being able to Borsa instead, because Borsa's just funny. If you don't have the 2k, this just sucks for you. Okay, you have the 2k. Cards in hand. 7 gets 2. 7 hits. Yes, 7 gets 2. 7 hits. 7 gets 2. 9 hits. 7. 9 gets 3. 5 hits. 7 hits. 9 gets 3. 5 hits. 7 hits. 7 hits. Okay. Yeah, this is the math here. You have to have perfect to survive this. 9 gets 3. Okay, so now we have 4 left. 7 gets through. What do I have? 7, 7, 7. Seven. Bro, what is this guy on? Seven. Come on, brother. You either got it or you don't. Awesome. Actually, maybe the issue was that we just don't have any giants. Whatever, we'll try this. But I think we're just getting unfortunate. Because, like, you do have to win your die roll. Also, he just saw, like, pretty much perfect counter. Thanks, Alpha. Yeah, I said I'd end on a win somehow. And we haven't won a single game, so. Because the main issue is, it's not consistent enough. What the heck? We're going second. Okay, well, I'm not even going to count that as a win, guys. But, yeah, I said we'd end on a win. In this format, we're going second. In this format, it's like, mulligan, we don't have the thing. We still don't have the thing, and it's just no kata. Awesome. This format, it's like too bricky. And in 17, the decks are all just a little too fast. Like, you need, like, one extra turn, and you can't get that anymore in 7. Alright, so this guy's Strabo. We can survive a Strabo going first, I think, just because we have a little bit of healing. This is not looking good. We probably go with a Perona next turn to stop whatever... Oh, he's not going to play anything, so we probably use the Perona for counter if he swings. He's not going to swing. He's just going to keep going. What has he found? Sanji. What he found last turn? 5. No blocker. We'll use that. That way we can trigger out the Perona off life. He's seen the Nami Searcher. Okay, so all we know that he has is the Sanji. Dude, this hand is pretty baller. I feel like we can go with a Hawkins here on this turn. Yeah. So we can swing 5 banish, which is pretty good for us. And we will trash the Hog back to heal. Or to rest. And this sucks for them, because they don't get it to hand. Which they want, yeah. I don't know if he was aware of that, but... Maybe he just didn't have a 2K. I mean, sure, he'll go to a 5K leader, but I don't really care if he's a 5K leader. Their whole thing is this turn right here. Luffy into Sanji into docking. Okay, they have Mole Pistol and Kit Course. That's 3K. Cool. Sanji. Draw a card. Add a Dawn with the Luffy. Or add Dawn with Luffy, draw a card, play the Rush Luffy. Okay, good. So they don't have docking. That's awesome for us. That means their leader isn't really a threat right now. Not really. They're going to have a couple swings this turn. 7, we're just going to take. He's going to be rushing in. No blocker resolve. No trigger. That sucks. We really wanted to trigger that. We're going to counter this one probably. Actually, let's take one more. Why not? And I think we'll give him the Nami. We'd rather Perona here and starve. Or Borsa, because we're going to be at 7. Yeah. Unless we draw Robin. If we draw Robin, we're just doing Robin. Okay, we're not. We just drew another 2K. How are we drawing all the 2Ks in a 10 2K deck? Pretty cool. We haven't seen any parts of, like, the cool part of our deck, too. That's really funny. Swing 5 to 3. And then we swing 7 to 6. Trashing the Perona to get to 10 next turn. And then we play Borsa to heal. And we just kind of pray. Yeah, it is one of those, unfortunately. Yeah, obviously he has a 2K. I'm not going to pretend like he wouldn't. Gain a life and turn. And then hopefully this is enough. He didn't see docking, but he could see it. So that's going to be an issue. But I feel like we're always hitting his face with leader if we don't have a body to swing our leader at. That way he's just losing value every time that we swing leader. That's the goal. I know he has Mole Pistol, so he can get rid of the Borsa pretty easily. Okay, there's the docking. That sucks. He trashes 3, plays back the Brook. Right? Yeah, Brook attached 2 to something. Probably leader, so you buff the board. So here's at 7. It's going to be a rough turn, boys. I think we take the first one and try to trigger out this Perona, and then if not, we start countering. Because he doesn't have huge swings here. Right? Like, this is 8. This is going to be 8. This is going to be 8. Or it's going to be 7, 9. This is a trigger. Bro. 4 to 5. Sure. Am I missing something? He wants me to swing into that instead of his face, I think. 9 to 5. What is this going to be, a 7? We'll take this one too. Because we can counter the next one for less. 2K, 2K. Oh, we should have pitched the Kiku last turn. Instead of the other. This is not great. Thing is just over. Because we don't have heal. We have Giant, though. We could just Giant. But that doesn't do anything. We could Pudding Prey. It's always a thing. I think we Pudding, try to find the Kaido Linlin, and then swing out at board. How big is this board here? 7? Good grief. Right, we need to leave one up, so we have 9 to work with here. I don't really think we need a body. So, yeah. You only really have 2 swings, so I want to clear both these Luffys. So this is a 7K, and this is a 7K. Is it 9, 10? Nine here. And then if that goes, we're going 10 at the other Luffy, and that kind of hurts his board. Wait, how did that get him out of it? Did he give us a 1K? Oh, it got him a 10. I'm stupid. Yeah. Put 10 here. Not trashing anything. And then we'll just hope that the giant draws us literally anything. Yeah, I just can't do math. Yeah, he kept the mole gun. Pretty good. Yeah, I think versus this one, you just have to like get a good gamble going with your life. All right, give him a 1K. I think the next swing is a giant. Probably. We have a 2K to put on top of that as well. I almost want to take one of these to see if we can stop the... Oh, we wouldn't stop the docking. No blocker. We're going to 2K. Make sure that the music is still... I don't know if that's still okay to play, so I'll swap it to this. 8 to 5. No blocker. Giant. Turning 2 of these. Trashing Kiku. Buff leader. Draw 2. Resolve. We have 2 1Ks. No trigger. And that's probably it. Oh, wait, no, we have enough. 6, 7. And we still have no... Oh, my goodness. Dude, this game sucks, man. I think we go for all confirmed kills we can here. We, like, literally need to double Borso to survive. Actually, do we? He has 2 cards in hand, so we can confirm kill this. Or we could just get rid of pirate docking and make everything else easier, but that's at 8. So we'd have to go like 4 on leader, 5 on leader to go to 9. No, we go 4 here. Swing in here. 9 to 8. Oh, it needed to be 10. I'm stupid. He can just 2K this. Oh, he doesn't have it. Let's go. If he doesn't have that, this goes to 3, which means we can 5 to 3. If we had one more body, we could actually clear enough Dawn holders that the Luffy would lose his buff. But I'm not trashing game. Play Borsalino, gain a life, end turn. The life is Gum Gum Giant. We trust. In yellow, we trust. Oh dear. 7-drop Zoro. Bad manners, bro. Okay, what did he grab here? Monkey D. Oh, 7-drop Luffy is so good for us here. By good, I mean awful. You definitely clear Hawkins. If you don't think you have lethal, you clear the Hawkins. Also, no Robins. We've seen... Was that all 4 Borses, actually? 1... No. We've seen 3 Borses. What is this? Blocker, Dawn times 2, -3 when attacking. It's pretty good. We know he has Bad Manners plus Luffy, so that's a plus 3K. So we know exactly how to kill this Luffy here. Do we ever take this? 2, 3... Yeah, we can actually take this. Kind of sucks. If he goes 6, we block. No, if he goes 7, we have to block Oh, he's just going to scoop. Nice. Hey, there's a win, dude. I kind of felt cheated, though. Where was our stuff? Dude, we were so cooked. Oh, my goodness. What a sell, dude. He kind of probably would have won if he just stuck in it. Crazy. Dude, it's so late. Alright, I'm going to do one more, and then we'll just end on whatever that ends up being. Unless it's, like, super fast and tragic. Alright, come on. I know somebody's out here playing the real game. Foxy? Oh, no. Mulligan, we still don't see it. Oh, we do. Does Foxy have anything for our effect? We're going second. Play the little guy. Yeah, that guy. We are going to counter here. We only get one ramp with our leader, so we need to make sure it counts. And I think this is the turn to make it count, actually. So we pitch Hogback, play the Basil. Yeah. Banish. Give me a card. I mean, our leader might actually restand once. If we get to restand and get another swing in, that'd be awesome. But I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, you keep the cards in your hand or you lose a card in your hand because you're not getting whatever this is. No Usohachi. I'll take it. No Usohachi against yellow is kind of crazy. Like, we all play Borsalino, brother. I wonder, does he go Dawn -3 here and gamble? He could if he plays Black Maria. But I don't think he plays Black Maria. We're also taking this now that we have a card in trash. We don't want to go down super far. Okay, sure, I guess. I mean, whatever. Probably go Nami next turn if we don't find the Robin. I'm not comfortable taking this one. Yep. Oh, wait, no, we needed the trigger to ramp again. I'm stupid. That was such a blunder. We might just lose now. Draw a card. Oh, yeah, we're so cooked. That was totally my fault. I mean, hey, dude, we can just go face. Face is the place. I feel like we just starved the crap out of him. Six here. What a throw, guys. Yeah, that's why you got to know what you're doing. You got to think ahead. I just screwed myself out of a turn earlier Kaido Linlin, which might cost us the game. Divine Departure. Hey, I'll take it, dude. Because now we're going to play Nami. Give Arrested Dawn here. Make you take a life. Attach all active. Swing in. For 7 banish. And now you just have to lose this. Okay, or you block. Sure. I could have just gone at the Perona again. Or the Porsche. But the thing is, he probably gives me that, and I'd rather, like, pressure his life down. Or you can just play another Porsche. I mean, at least it means our leader's restanding. Ah, what a throw, dude. Because now this is just never going to hit him. Because he can just rest it, probably. With, like, purple cards. And his leader effect just freezes any character. Okay, top 5, right? Okay, so he can't rest our thing with the Foxy. But that's coming down next turn. Unfortunately, our Kaido and Linlin is not. So we're taking a hit or two to life here on purpose. Probably just one. Actually, we're taking everything. We were all bricked up. Man, I'm playing this deck so bad. I deserve every loss. 8 to my face. Yeah. I'm definitely not... Wait, what was... Okay, you're just freezing? Sure. Okay, Robin's excellent. This is an excellent bailout for us. I think we use trigger because we're not restanding leader. I mean, sure. Wait, what was that? Oh, draw 2, trash 1. Oops. Well, I didn't want the pudding anyways. I think I have to go board here, actually, or he can just lethal me. Unfortunately. Yep. We're going in. I have to. I know we just talked about this Alpha Assassin, but, like, if I don't, it's kind of Jover. Probably. Yeah, you never give me 2 cards there. We go here. Game 2. And then we just go Cuddle Inland. Yeah, dude. That was such a throw. Not just taking that life. Yeah, see, because now you do this, the Robin's not, the Robin's resting and it's not restanding. I don't know, we have a pretty good Kaido Linlin play, but we're going to be so low in life because we have no counter that, you know, 5 to 5. Okay, we can 1k this. I think we're 1k'ing with a Basil. No, it's the Nami. Oh yeah, no blocker, obviously. Nami. If he goes another 5, we can chump out with a Basil, I think. And now we'll see. We have 2 swingers, so we can clear this Porsche. Potentially. We have a 2k. Not bad. 5 in hand. I think we're sending 1 here. And then 1 to face, potentially. I don't know. If he saved this, we... Yeah, nah. We're only sending that one at it. We probably shouldn't have even sent that one. But we did. It done been did. He gives us a card. You know, honestly, guys... We live in a Twilight world. And all that jazz. If he wants to kill the Nami, he can have it. Go for it. Nice, give us all the cards in your hand. Figure it out, dude. I should have done this a turn earlier, but... Figure it out. Kill me or not. I don't care. We have 1 2k and a dream, brother. You better start stacking and packing, brother. 9 9 11. That'll get you there. Probably. Unless I see like a Basil into like some crazy draws. Like Basil into double 2k would be wild. Maybe he clears board here. Imagine he goes board. Wait, how much Dawn is he at? Oh, he's only at 8? So you can't go 9-9. You can go 9-9-9. Or like 7-9-11. Which will probably get you there. How many Basils have we seen? I think we've seen too many, like... Yeah, we've seen 3 out of 4. There's no way this is... Either of these is a Basil. And Giant doesn't save us because we have to tap out. RIP. You know what you have to do. You know what you have to do, dude. You have to full send. Oh, add the rested? Sure. I guess. Perona trigger? Oh, true. No, Perona Trigger doesn't save us because I don't think he's going to use anything. Like, you just swing Porsche first, and then Perona Trigger doesn't save me. Seven. Yeah, 7 gets through. It's probably just Jover. We just pray. Eight. Oh my goodness. We have like exactly not enough counter. This is going to be 12. Rip. Yeah, we threw that one. That was 100% our fault. Alright, I'm locking in. This is the lock-in game, chat. That one play probably cost us the game. I think if we saw Kaido Linlin a turn earlier there was nothing they could do. Like, actually. Black, yellow, Luffy? Well, we're taking second from them, that's for darn sure. And we're keeping this because it's a perfect hand. We have literally everything you could ever want. Except for Katakuri, but we'll find him. We'll get there. Dude, I respect the crap out of this guy already. Yep, Flampe. Okay, so he's just doing the turbo thing. This will be scary. If he sees, like, the Sabo blockers, we're probably cooked. Nice, we get a turn 2 play. Never mind. We're both playing Big Mom cards. Look at us go. Straw Hat Leaders, Big Mom cards. What do you do here, Zeus? Another Flampe. Makimo. Or Makino. Six lead. Perfect. Ooh, okay. He's on the sauce. I like it. Ew, he's on the Paladin build. Hold on. Chat, we might be cooked. Okay, this is a good hand. Banish is not as amazing into him, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I think we establish a basal here, by the way, because it's pretty decent. But yeah, the Paladin build's going to be rough on us, chat. Oh yeah, we trashed the Perona. Game 1 rested. I don't know why I keep hovering over 0, like I'm actually going to do it. Come on, dude, you got to give me a card, brother. Or I mean, in Luffy, he probably just, like, lets this go, right? Alright, we need to preserve our counter cards here. Or our trigger cards. Because we need to heal... Or we need to ramp one more time. Because we're going to 7 next turn, we want to ramp to 8 so that on 10 we can drop this. And then depending... Ooh, if he plays a bunch of Robins, we might just die. No, because our on KOs should happen first. So we can heal first. Okay. We're not taking a 6 here. So we can pitch the basal next turn, yeah. If I had Borsalino, I would have taken... Okay, that sucks. We have 7 Dawn here. We go 5... Yeah, we go 5 here. 6 here. Play the Pudding. Play the Kata. 5 here. Banish. 6 here. Whiff the pudding, play the kata. Called it. We're going to be in a rough spot here, but that's just how we roll, man. That's just how we roll. We just don't need counter. We just die. Death the simulator. He's at 7. We'll play out this. He'll be at 9. Yeah, if we just stack, we just die. Probably. We don't have, like, anything here. We haven't triggered, like, a single baby 5 in, like, 8 games, by the way. Like, this is kind of brutal. I don't know how many games we played tonight, but, like, at least the last 4, we have not triggered a baby 5. Is it even in the deck at this point? What am I looking for with pudding? I don't know, dude. Hope. Another Katakuri. Something like that. I guess in the older one it was better because you could find the 3-cost pudding. Or the, not older, but 17. But in this it just doesn't really matter. Bruh. I mean, why? Yeah, it's like literally game over. Unless we get a pudding trigger. Yeah, it's just game over. Awesome. Whatever. Well, there's one more thing I want to do since y'all actually stuck around. So this travesty that we put together for 16, we now have this guy. So we don't have to play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many? 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we have 12 2Ks. So we have that, but we also have a new card. What was it? Odin? We don't really need Odin. But I want to build a 17 version, so... Wait a minute. We could be running this. Stuck is so funny because it doesn't do anything. But I think once the rock stuff comes out, it's a lot better. Because once rock stuff comes out, right, you can put these in. Put these in. These. And what else would you want? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 bricks. Not amazing. Yeah, Glorious is really good in this one. This card's also good because it works well with our 2-cost engine here. With this, I don't think we need... Nah, Law is actually goated in this version. So maybe we just drop the Bonnies. Oh no, Bonnie helps us cycle though. We're definitely right to drop the Smokers. You don't really need you. Question is, do we need Cavendish really? I'm feeling like no. Four, 8, 12. I have a ton of targets for this. I feel like Mr. 2 is going to be really good in 17. Because there's going to be a lot of leaders that are like buffing themselves and stuff. Definitely don't need all of these. Maybe we don't need any of these. No, we definitely need a couple. So we drop some of those. Alright, how many bricks do we have? 4, 8, 9, 10, 14, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 bricks. Not great. Maybe we go down like 2 here. Nah, Law's too good. So we need 4 Law. Oh, you're right. Big Mom does make them 1Ks. Maybe we don't care that much about bricks then. Kind of want more Bonnies too. This Bonnie seems like really good. Definitely want more Stussies. That card's insane in this deck. What am I doing? Maybe we just don't need as many Gloriosas, right? And how many bricks does this give us without Big Mom? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 24 bricks isn't awful. Well, we need to cut 2 more cards still. Maybe it's like 1 kill and a 2K. Maybe we just don't need this guy. This card's actually pretty good in here, ironically. Don't have any big bodies to protect. You go wide. I feel like we don't need big bodies in this deck, though. Like, this is pretty big right here, and you just go insanely wide and get a ton of card advantage. Do any of these need rocks, pirates in your hand? No. Maybe go down 1 Kyo. And we just grab a couple of these back. I think this is good. And we'll get 1 Ugg Rosie in for everybody. All 0 people that care. Yeah, the 2 cost isn't as strong. But what I want to use it for is to have on board when I go law into Linlin, because Linlin is like our big body. The other thing, actually, now that I think about it, hold on. If we have enough of these, we can actually, like, all of these shouldn't conflict. We could literally play 10 drop rocks, and that would just be, like, hilarious. Draw a card, play out, like... Hold on. I kind of like that idea. Maybe... No, with all the card draw we have... no, we don't have searchers, though. No, that's just greedy. Like, Shiki would be better. Something like that. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 things we can discard with Shiki. 13. A 2K with 4 rocks. Could, but all of our characters have to be bricks is the thing. And a lot of these 2Ks like don't, or these 2 drops don't have bricks. Or are not bricks. Yeah, because we have to play some of these guys out. I don't know, I think this is pretty good. There. Something like that. Just so we have something that's big-ish. Alright. Let's try it out. Let's match something super toxic and just get absolutely bodied. Here we go. Ooh. This is the test. We have everything we need. Perfect hand. I think we just play this out. He doesn't have removal. Not right now. So we can get a lot of value out of that. We might not be able to swing next turn, though, because we want a blocker. Swing 6. I think we'll 2K to keep ourselves low in hand. We already have a Stussy. Oh, we have 2 Stussys. Alright, so we're going to go here. That goes to 5. If I could play a dude, go to 6. So we can swing leader. This might unironically be really good into rocks. Because it's just rock stuff, but way faster. And in a deck where you can play counters. Alright, we're going to do effect, peak 5, we play this draw card. Like this. It does suck losing a bunch of Galdinos, but whatever. We play the Kyo. So we probably go with another Kyo here. Instead of the Bonclay. I actually don't really care if he bottom decks one of our guys. Nice, we have the Linlin for next turn. Now this is kind of peak. We have a blocker, leader, 4 life. He's going to swing Kyo. We can actually just block. 5 is probably a Linlin here. And I'm actually going to trash 2. Right? Yeah, because we can just go with the Mr. 3 next turn to gain it back. No cards for you, buddy. We're going in. Five lead. Sure. Okay, we have a big body. He didn't even swing because he knew. Draw card. Okay. Card on. We have 6. We could go Stussy, and then we have no Dawn to use. Or we could go Linlin. Maybe the answer is like something in the middle. It's like Stussy, swing everybody. I kind of like Stussy, swing everybody. But we'll start with the 5. Yeah, give me 1 card. That's cool. Action, we'll get another 2-drop. Ooh, no draws is annoying. We'll do this one. Dang. We don't have a Law. Kind of sucks. Law would have been great this turn. This into a Linlin. Swing 6. Does he have 2K events? If so, he needs to use them. He already used 1 Rocks Pirates. He only has 11 more 2Ks. He used his 1K for turn. You good, brother? You alright, buddy? Yeah, you have to take that. Well, here. Take 2. You got another 2K? Because I'm pretty sure you just take this. Or you 2K this, if you ever have it. There it is. You drew it off life. It's cool. We go Stussy. We could have done Bonkley, but I want to do Stussy here to make sure we have enough cards to restand our leader. You're not swinging Linlin, and then we're going to pass turn and get a blocker leader. So now he has to swing into board to start clearing because we have too much stuff. And then Stussy is going to be a huge problem. We can go Linlin. We can't go Linlin Mr. 3 next turn, but we can go Linlin Stussy. I almost would rather just do Linlin to get cards out of his hand into swing everybody. We have 6 swords. So we're going to 8 next turn. So we go Linlin. Yeah, we can't use Stussy, but we can swing Stussy, which is cool. Okay, 9 to 1 is funny. Sure, bud, you can have one of them. Actually, can we save all of them? We can. We can save one of them. So you swing Kyo, we block. And then if you swing with lead, we use Rosie blocker. The right play here is swing Kyo and then swing his lead at it, so we have to give him a 1K. In which case we give him a Bonnie. Oh, we could reverse character rush with our own Shiki next turn. That's pretty good. Go 9 to 6. Oh, that would destroy him. Because then we'd have... That'd be for 7. We'd have 1 Dawn. We can go 6. We can go a bunch of 6s into it. Actually, we can only go 1 more. It'd be like 9 to 6. He can do his thing. Yeah, you just pass. Oh, Stussy 2 is so juicy, though. Oh, my goodness. So we can play Stussy, stop that, do the other Stussy, stop that. Do this, play a body, and then Dawn up and swing. I don't know. Like, denying those swings is so good. You can also just Mr. 3 to stop 1 and draw 2. But I don't really like that. What to do? No laws sucks. I think it's just Shiki, ironically. Because this just hurts his hands so much. Ooh, you're right. He would be another play out. Attack in here. We're trashing the Stussy because we already have one. Choosing your Shiki. You can do your Shiki effect if you want. But then we're just pressuring even more. We actually don't even have to pressure with the character. That's the best part. You just swing our leader at it. This is one of those decks where Slave Arrow would also be awesome if we could fit it in, but I don't know where we would put it. Because then you just like get so much more value out of your 2-drops. Bro's really in the tank on this one. Okay, yep. He's going to have to give us 2 cards to save it here, though. Lin effect. Yep. Well. Here you go, bud. And then we're protecting our Shiki with our leader. Sure, you have a 2K? It's pretty good. Yeah. We don't need to use our Rosie because we have full board. We'll just keep them there to refill. He's not quite at rocks yet, but his hand is destroyed. Look at this, dude. It's so good. The cool part is this is rested, so we can actually just use the Rosinante blocker to protect it, so he doesn't have any great swings into it. He would have to spend his whole turn swinging into it, which is awesome for us. So we can go block, trash to protect, and then he would have to stack a bunch of Dawn. Oh, he just passes? Was that a misclick? Yeah. I think that was a misclick. He was probably supposed to like play a Newgate or something, but... Hey, dude. Best deck in format, Yuji Rosinante. Undefeated into rocks. This is so stupid. Alright, dude. That's probably the last bit we'll do for stream, because that was dumb. Hey, man. We were here for the Robin... And we stayed for my boy, Rosie. Where's the deck builder one? Hold on. There we go. Yep. Alright, well, if you want to build Robin in OP 16.5, this is the best way to do it that I've found, but it still seems kind of inconsistent. If you're trying to do this shenaniganery here, might even just be better in purple yellow pudding, because you can actually play like real cards in that. But yeah, this is the best way I found in this one. And then if you want to play it in 17, this is what we came up with, and it's much more consistent because of this pudding here. But if you want to play Green Blue Rosinante in OP17 and kill every rocks, here you go. Yeah, I don't think this is perfect, but it worked pretty well. Worked pretty well for us, you know. Yeah. I think this is better. Just like, we don't really need Kyo. Not really. Like, we do need Rocks Pirates, but I think for Rocks Pirates, honestly, we probably just go, like... what would we even cut? Probably just some 2Ks for more Gloriosas. Because removing 5-drop seems just, like, amazing into Shanks, right? Because you get rid of their Yasop. If you go into rocks, you get rid of their Gloriosa, their Kaido, or their Linlin, or their Kyo, right? Like, it just forces some cards. Stussy is another one, or I guess Don Marlin. Yeah, this is fun. It's pretty funny. Probably would have been, like, way better. Dude, can you imagine on that 6 Dawn turn where all we did was play, like, what was it? It was, like, something mid, right, for 6 Dawn? It was, like, Miss Buckingham Stussy to stop his Linlin plus, like, 2 swings and a search. On a 6 Dawn turn, we could have just gone Law, bounce our, like, a Bond Clay or something to replay it and draw a card, and then play out the Linlin and either make them trash 2 or us draw 2. Or we could play out, you know, this Bonnie to draw 2, trash 1, restand. Even just like a Mr. 3, so you can immediately activate main trash, draw 2, stop something. Like Gloriosa, bottom deck. Like, I think this is like really crazy here. Even this, just to stun something and give them something to swing at. So, I don't know, this is fun. I'm definitely going to test this a little bit more. Seems really interesting. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today's stream. So, thanks for sticking around if you did this late. If you liked the stream, drop a like down below on that thumbs up button. Really helps me out a ton. And then while you're down there, if you're not a member already, you guys can subscribe because it's free, like literally free. Doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me and my channel out a lot. If you hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button, then you'll know anytime that we go live or I have a post or a new video on my channel. So you can check that out. And then you can hit that share button, right? The curved arrow to share this with your friends or Discord, family, whatever. So they can check out what's going on. And then last but not least, you can leave a chat right now while we're still live for a little bit. Or afterwards, you can leave a comment on the stream, actually. You can still leave comments afterwards or on any of my videos or posts, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, guys, it was really fun getting my face kicked in with Robin and then getting recompense here with Blue Green Rosinante. But yeah, that was a great Taco Bell Tuesday for me. I hope it was for you guys. Hope you had a great week last week, and I hope the rest of your week is banger and you do great at your locals. And yeah.